What? Here we are. Happy holidays, guys.
Happy holidays, friends.
Happy holidays.
There it is. There it is.
That was for our first season theme song. I feel like we had a little.
It was. That's right.
And then we were like, "Oh, we better remove that because of copyright."
And now my theme song is
Yeah.
We are the champions,
Oh, man.
my friend.
Here we go.
Yeah. No, that's not your theme song, Kim. Your theme song is because just like Mariah, you are the queen of Christmas. This is not one, not two, but 3 victories that you've experienced of Holiday Baking Championship. Congrats, my friend.
Clock
You
that
are
it was all that I
crushing.
won 3
You
holidays.
guys, don't make you guys.
You guys. I think what we need to do is just bring Kim to the track now. I think it's only in December, though. Only in the holiday time.
December.
Only at the holidays.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm putting all my money on candy cane horse.
I'm gonna be gracious. I'm gonna be at this point. You know, it just
Don't be
gets
any of those things,
embarrassing.
Kim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Man, what a finale.
Man.
What an impressive finale.
Man, oh, man.
Boy, pretty
Boy.
cakes, delicious flavors, great
Yeah.
contestants.
Yeah, they were going for it with the flavors tonight. They were just like, we're just going to make really good stuff that everyone wants to eat. There was nothing like crazy. It was just like solid flavors.
Don't you feel like the charcuterie desserts were like 100 years ago?
Dude,
Yeah.
It's true.
Yes.
let me tell you guys, I just want to give some big props to my wife, Jennifer, who does the tweeting every week.
Mm.
She had to put my kids to bed tonight because they're on a big mom kick. So I'm like, okay, great. But she's like, here, start tweeting. So I tweeted a little bit tonight. Boy, oh boy, are my fingers tired. So I give props to Jen for doing, especially those 2-hour episodes. She came downstairs. I heard the creaking of the stairs, and I was like, I just had my phone in the air. I was like, here you go.
did.
Amazing. Oh, man.
Welcome to Fantasy Baking Championship, y'all.
Oh.
Santa Claus.
He answered your
He
letter.
did. I put in a call.
Santa Claus.
I put in a call.
Well done.
Thanks, guys.
He's an avid listener.
Oh,
I
he is.
appreciated that.
He loves the show.
I don't think I've seen a finale. Maybe I say this every time. I don't know. This finale, these bakers, all 4 of them were so strong. I mean, in our thread with each other, there were multiple times that we were like, who is going to win this?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Yes.
Well, Jesse
was-
even said, he was like, I think this is the most talented finale we've had in all the seasons
Yeah.
I've done it. It's the most
And
talented
he's
finale.
never said that. That's not like a phrase that he just throws around.
No. Because
Yeah.
somebody
Yes.
called him.
Righteous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was intense,
good.
y'all.
Yeah.
It was
It
intense.
was.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, you guys.
How about when
let
he
me
just
tell you.
basically said, like, sorry, I'm just thinking about Jesse. Jesse. I'm just thinking about him calling out to the world. Hey, Jody's making a lot of mistakes right now. These are dumb little mistakes. You probably shouldn't make these mistakes. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
he's
Jesse
in
throughout the season,
room.
maybe Jesse got like a little bummed out that all his jokes kind of didn't work out. So maybe he's getting a little
Oh.
bitter near the
I
end.
think there's some of it, although Adam seemed to have an appreciation for them.
For
Adam
sure.
Adam is very good with playing the room. He knows how to. I'm sure Adam goes into a senior citizen environment
Often.
and kills it. I'm sure they're like pinching his cheeks. I'm sure Jody. I can see. I think they would actually. I'm just thinking about everyone.
Pinching at senior citizen home.
I'm just thinking they would all be.
They're all going to get pinched at a senior citizen.
Well, I'm just saying Adam would definitely be pinchable, and then I'm like,
Oh,
They'd
for
all
a
do
second
well
I
with
thought
old
they were
people.
doing the pinching and not the senior
No, the
citizens.
senior
You're
citizens are
saying the
pinching them
senior
all.
Citizens are pinching
because
them
then I'm
all.
like, actually, they love Jody because of the accent. He's nice, and then I go,
Everyone
Sabrina
loves Jody's
Jose.
accent, yeah.
It's a very pinchable finale we had tonight,
It's the truth.
I
everybody.
could listen to Jose say chocolate
Oh,
every
yeah.
day
It's
Love it.
true.
and twice. Maybe that'll
It's
be my new
true.
ringer. You know,
Just that?
just him.
I'm sure we could pull that
He's
audio.
got a couple of different things where he's describing something. You know,
Yeah.
the cookie that I couldn't pronounce. It
It's
was a
true.
chocolate
Oh, man.
something or other.
If we could put Santa
Future
next to the
Chief.
FBC podcast logo, then we can make you a ringtone.
We
We
make a
can't.
ringtone.
JT can't.
That's right.
That's right. Let's
Good
be honest.
goodness.
That's right.
Oh,
I embrace
man.
JT's accomplishments as my own.
I know. JT whips
Well,
these
we're
together.
all in this together, guys. We're all in this
Teamwork
together.
makes the dream
It was
work.
definitely a bit of a sprint because I was trying to get those things done before I left to pick Kim up. So for our watchers and listeners, Kim flew back in from LA today, back to West Virginia. I picked her up at 6:45.
My day started at 4:30 a.m.
Her day started at 4:30
No,
a.m.
actually 4:00 a.m. Yay!
I picked her up at 6:45 at the airport, which is an hour and 20 minutes away.
6:45 p.m.
Ooh.
So we hightailed it back to Pocahontas
I
County.
ate some road nachos.
Kim ate some road nachos on the way. We got
Okay.
back
Highly
and-
recommended.
They were amazing.
So,
this
hold
was-
on.
Yes,
You can't just skip over road nachos.
sure.
What is that? And how can I get some? Do I have to be?
Oh,
the
Like
wow.
nachos at like a Wawa or something. 7-Eleven.
No.
Or is it something that you put together yourself? Like when you're in prison, you can make like your own like
How are you
burritos with
melting
like.
cheese to put on?
I mean, anything for me, anything that you're eating in the car. For me, all nachos are road nachos. Because here's the thing about nachos: you're either eating them in the restaurant or
Yep.
you're eating them in the car. If you get home, the moment is past.
Oh, that's
you
true.
cannot wait until you get home.
Well,
or the
certainly if
nachos
your
are all
drive is
soggy.
90 minutes, you're not going to be
That's
waiting
exactly
for those
right.
nachos.
So-
There's a Mexican place in the
The
airport.
Lewisburg Airport is a single strip airport. There are 2 flights that go out every day. And adjacent to, I won't even say in the airport, adjacent to the airport is a little Mexican restaurant that is called Mi Tequila, I think. And it's actually amazing. It's really,
Okay.
really good. And my flight landed a little early, and JT was really nervous about getting here on time. Originally, I was going to say like, "Hey, I'll give you an order, and you can pick me up," and then I can, because I knew I was going to be starving.
Yep.
Because obviously, like I had my N95. I was so aware of,
People.
Hey, we're in a pandemic,
The
guys. I don't know if you knew.
world.
Still,
Yeah. So I
still.
was like, can't eat things, must keep mask on. So I was starving. Anyway,
Mhm.
landed early. I was like, great, the bags aren't on the thing yet. I'm gonna order something fast, nachos, delicious, fast.
Yep.
And I ordered them, and JT arrived, and he wrestled the bags. Then I got the nachos.
And you ate them in the car on the way
In
home.
the car, and they were thus road nachos.
Best road nachos.
That sounds
It's
delicious.
a solid choice.
It was delicious.
Was
So
it
we
a
got-
messy- Was it? I'm
no,
done
no.
with the nachos.
No, no,
Keep
no.
going.
Well, they gave me.
It's in
they
the
gave
little,
me
you know.
something. I mean,
No,
I
it's in my head. I can't get rid of it.
No,
It's
Chris
just-
loves a nacho.
Nachos
There's
are the
been
best.
times
Who
where
doesn't
we
like
selected
nachos? Nachos are the
restaurants for lunch because they had good nachos.
What's that?
Right?
Which ones?
We've selected places before.
Oh
for
my
lunch because
God.
they have good nachos.
We were actually at a restaurant when I was on tour, and we were sitting at the table, and we looked over, and the kitchen doors were there. We've all been waiters. We all know how this works. And the double doors slung
yes.
open.
Oh no.
Clearly, our nachos were on the expo line.
because all the rest of our food was on there, so it was clearly our. It was our entire order.
And like 3 or 4 waiters, maybe 2 or 3 separate occasions, just grabbed nachos off the plate and ate them.
Oh
Our
no.
nachos.
Here's my move. When
No.
I was a waiter, here was my move sometimes. If it was like a side of fries or something, and the fries were just hanging on each other,
Yeah.
like bump the plate a little bit. Oh, the couple fell off, and I kind of
Yep.
swipe them to the side. Like I was like, oh,
Yeah.
we got to throw these out. And then I'd quickly bring them to the table and come back and go, well, I guess I'm just going to eat these fries now.
Yeah,
so I
nobody
did that
threw 'em
enough.
out.
But
They're yours. Nobody
Yeah.
threw 'em out.
but boy, oh boy. And then sure enough, Jen and I just ran into the kitchen and started picking off them too because they were ours.
Right.
Amazing.
When in Rome.
When in
When
Rome.
in dirty, dirty Rome. Well, I
Well,
mean,
we got back. So we rushed back. Today was the day that we were grateful for Discovery Plus / Food Network.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
also, P.S. These nachos were these were worth it. Like great.
Was it
nachos,
finger licking nachos? Like, was
these
it a
were
mess?
finger
Yeah,
licking,
she was
messy
working. They were
nachos.
messy.
Dude.
I had to set them
But
down
contained.
because there was still some food
Okay.
in the bottom, and I was like, I don't
Yeah.
want this to go everywhere. Yeah, and now I know they're there, and that's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
You know what you should have done? You
Uh-oh.
should have eaten those nachos with chopsticks. You have shown the world that you can do that. You can eat mashed potatoes with chopsticks. Seriously,
You have
nachos
a
with
whole
chopsticks.
TikTok channel that.
Honest to God. Nachos, of course. I mean, nachos
Yes.
is gooey and I mean, I don't mind, but like nachos.
Yeah.
with
Is this how I'm
chopsticks?
gonna make my fortune?
Is this
I'm
a-
gonna
is this
have
just a whole-
it's
you're gonna
gonna
have
be
a-
TikTok that's just
Well,
all
yeah, it could be TikTok. That's
Okay.
short form. Maybe it's YouTube. Maybe it's long form. You eating. The short form drives them to the long form.
Yeah.
They're watching the
You
short
can be
stuff.
my media manager. I
Yep,
love it.
yep,
you can
yep.
direct
You
me.
got a Poland Spring bottle. You're just flicking the water with the chopsticks right into your face. Nothing's stopping me, girl.
I'll tell you what, I'd eat every one of these desserts with chopsticks.
Oh man. Well, we got back in time
Nice.
to catch up. We started watching on the app and we caught up to TV, which was like thank
Wait,
God.
but did you catch up at like an hour and 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Yes.
But we
It's
went,
a
we
lot to catch
overshot.
up.
In fairness, we
overshot.
overshot. I looked at the
Oh,
time.
okay.
I looked at how much time was left on the video on the app, and I was like, there's only like we got to be caught up by now. And then we flipped off, and we were 10 minutes ahead of where we should have been. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Awesome.
We got to watch a little bit of this twice.
We'll
That's right.
watch these bakers twice.
That's right. Well,
Fair.
should we get into this
We should.
business?
Let's
Yes.
do it.
Yes.
Preheat 2 hours to make a dessert charcuterie board.
We
And
should introduce ourselves too.
oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
We should do that.
Well, if you're watching, because we're live,
Sure.
welcome back to Fantasy Baking Championship, everybody. We're your hosts. I'm JT,
I'm Kim.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Jen.
and we're talking about Holiday Baking Championship, Season 8, Episode 8, the finale, Ultimate Holiday Party. Now can we do the preheat?
Let's do it.
All
Go
right,
right
preheat.
into it. Roll
2
into it.
hours to make a dessert charcuterie board that must include 3 baked items and 3 dipping sauces or spreads. This was a
Mm-mm.
brutal preheat.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
That was
awesome, but it
great.
was brutal.
I
No?
mean, yes, you had to have real good time management. You had to know what you could do within that time. I mean, the fact that Jody was able to make a yeasted bread
Yeah.
during this, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, they can do this.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That
he
is
messed
not
at one point. He
enough
messed up.
hours.
Now they
Yeah.
tried to throw us a little bit with
Yeah.
the like, I just put my salt in my yeast. And
Mhm.
that kills the.
That's like step one. It's okay if you mess up on step one.
Sure, but they still got to show it. Got to add a little drama.
Sure, of course.
Yeah,
Of
you know.
course.
It's hard to add drama in the finale when you got these amazing bakers.
There's already
There's
so
a-
much drama.
there's already
so
drama.
There's so much at stake.
Drama.
There is.
Half of the stuff in the preheat I cannot pronounce and have never seen before. That's I have to throw that out there, okay?
That's right.
Charcuterie is such a name that like someone came up with it and they were like charcuterie,
That's
and
it.
walked
Yeah.
out of the room all
It felt
snooty.
real good about it.
And everyone's
It's taking on
like,
that
"How do you
personality
spell
too.
it? What do you do? What?" It's such a. It's got a lot of attitude. That word.
What is that? Is it
charcuterie?
It
French?
sounds French to me.
It sounds
Yeah.
French.
Let's look it up. Ask the
Crazy
internet.
French.
All right,
In the
I'll
meantime,
look it up.
Jen, I may be stealing one of your shout outs. I apologize if I'm jumping it, but someone was
Hey,
like,
it's okay.
okay, someone was like, wait. Are we calling
know.
cookie trays charcuteries now?
Yeah.
And the internet was like, no. And I was like,
No
oh my
way.
God, that's exactly what we're doing.
Well,
But
every
they are
other
talking
word-
about how this is the newest trend or some kind of trend as if I've never seen this in any iteration anywhere I've ever been.
You
I've
guys,
seen plenty of charcuteries with lots of meats and cheeses.
Well, charcuterie. Does it need? You need sauces for it to be charcuterie. I can't even
Smears
say
and spreads.
smears and spreads.
Probably
you
not.
can't,
Because-
you don't have to.
You can get pre-wrap packaged kind of like at the bakery, like a bunch of different cookies. Would you say that's a charcuterie?
Who
This
in
is the point.
2021 is
Who you're
sharing a
making.
smear? Okay, not I. All right, it's not happening. It's not a current trend.
Fair.
Made up. Food Network. That
It is a French term. I can
Here,
tell you it's a French term.
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead. You go
Uh,
first, then I'll go.
Well, I was just going to say it's
Yeah.
a French term.
Okay.
For
what
a
does it mean?
branch of cooking devoted to prepared meat products such as bacon, ham, sausage, terrines, galantines, ballotines, pâtés, and confits, primarily from pork. There you go.
Ugh.
Okay. So there's some schmears.
There,
I like Michael's
What- there was
suggestion in the
a sh-
comments.
was there
This is just
schmears?
called adult Lunchables.
It was
Adult
adult
Lunchables.
Lunchables,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Joanne
yeah.
I'm here
Robertson
for it.
also says she can't support this with dessert.
Yeah,
Can't support
all
it.
of the
No.
internet was on board. I'm here to tell you though. So everyone knows I was on a shoot last week, and I got to see before I had a COVID scare. I don't have it, but I had a scare. Before that happened, I was able to see 2 of my girlfriends for like a little holiday gathering. The 3 of us together. We had a sleepover, and my girlfriend definitely prepared a dessert charcuterie.
Oh,
Whoa.
okay. Ahead of the
Yes.
trend is what you're
Explain.
saying.
Hey, were there
She-
nachos?
Were they-
There's
Were there airport nachos with chopsticks?
Was any of the
Chocolate-
schmear melted cheese?
There was no cheese. There was no melted cheese. There was,
Oh.
let's see, there were gluten-free brownie bites.
Oh,
There were chocolates from Trader Joe's.
sure.
I want to say maybe there were grapes on there. Of course, no one touched the grapes if there were on there. That's why I'm blanking out on whether or not they were there.
Grapes are more for
Maybe for
decoration.
decoration, yeah. And
Grapes are
and
there to
there
make you
was-
feel not so guilty.
Sure.
That's right.
There was
They're
one
there
other
for
thing on
emotional support.
there. What was it? There
They're
was
like, we're here, we're healthy.
yeah,
a good
what fruit?
friend and a nice little board. that she
Oh!
put
It was
together.
like chocolate dusted almonds, like
Oh.
little chocolate.
Oh,
Yeah.
Also from Trader Joe's. That sounds.
Also
That's got
probably
TV
Yeah.
written all over.
Yeah,
it.
Were you guys
yeah,
drinking
yeah.
beers, wines with it? What did you guys pair
We
with
were
it?
drinking. She made a peach mojito drink a peach ginger mojito that I sucked right up.
Oh,
And also some sort of strawberry prosecco.
wow.
You guys are fancy as hell. Are you
Yeah,
kidding
it
me?
was
I'm like,
fancy as
Well,
hell.
guys, she was in LA.
I
so-
wasn't.
well,
Oh,
I got a
that
big-
makes sense.
I got an extra large bag of peanut M&Ms by my bedstand that I go,
I'm
I should just
surprised
bring
they're
those down
still
because
alive,
tomorrow
yeah.
night I'm just going to eat them all. And the bag's like, you're not going to bring me downstairs, are you? And I'm like,
Yeah.
and then I leave the room.
I think this was a themed thing because so she the three of us have gotten together, maybe we've been able to get together like twice during, the pandemic. And a really easy thing to do when you're potlucking in a pandemic is to actually throw together our charcuterie. So like someone brings some meat, someone brings some cheese, someone brings some olives, someone brings some nuts,
That's fair.
someone brings like some bread. And it feels very fancy and civilized and it's snacky. And so you don't feel like you're a big fatty fat piggy. And it's wonderful.
Thanks for the grapes.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Grapes are always there to make you feel
Shout
better
out
about
to the
yourself.
grapes.
Shout out to the grapes.
Exactly right. And yeah, so I think maybe this was like she probably saw it on Instagram or Pinterest and was like, gonna just
I love
She
it.
gets points for
Listen,
that. That's pretty classy.
we don't
say.
get to get in person together, and I think it was one of those things where she was like, I am
Going all out.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's cool.
spoil my
That's awesome.
girls.
Sure.
I felt spoiled as hell.
Okay.
It was great.
Pretty
There
good.
you go.
Wonderful friend.
Yeah.
She is a wonderful friend.
Well, did it resemble any of the charcuterie boards in this preheat? That's the real question.
Well, we didn't have any schmears.
Okay.
It was as beautiful as. Also
Okay.
because I've seen nothing so beautiful as a homemade gluten-free brownie. 'Cause
Oh.
I basically ate all of them over the next 3 days. She sent me home with a goodie bag.
Oh, they
So,
were homemade.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, Trader Joe's makes homemade, Still,
Okay.
there's a difference between a store-bought brownie and then like a homemade box brownie. There is
Fair
a
enough.
difference.
Fair enough.
So
I'll buy that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll buy that.
I don't
She'd
think
buy
our
that too.
co-hosts buy that, but whatever. They don't have to. I'm not eating
All right,
it.
is there anything that was made in the preheat that you'd buy? What do you think? What jumped out?
Oh my God. Well, first of all, Jody made my favorite thing in the whole world,
Yeah.
which is sweet pie.
If you guys remember, were you guys?
Mhm.
Did we talk about this last week? Where Kim was like, "If I could just come home and I was gonna try to do it, but it just."
Oh, babe.
No, sorry, I shouldn't have even said anything because I didn't get to it.
Oh, it's okay.
He gets
Uh,
half points for thinking of it.
It's a
Thanks.
touchdown.
Quarter.
Uh,
I am definitely
Babe, I thought
messaging
about-
him for that recipe. That's
She,
happening.
yeah, that's true. She was, the mincemeat pie is right to your
Yeah,
heart.
and then also, I'm not really a fan of a macaron, but this sounded crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
What?
Crazy.
Yep.
I love the audacity. I love it.
Yeah. Always
Duff
taking
seems-
chances.
Completely blown away. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what eating. I don't even know what is this. How is
Yeah.
this happening right
Yes.
now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like
Yeah.
that macaron was
Sorcery.
what brought him victory,
Oh yeah.
in my opinion.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He definitely looks stumped for sure. I mean, he just kind of was like, it's like getting hit in the head with a newspaper. Like she hits me all the time with
Sure, you
newspapers.
got to think about how
Stun him for a
Duff,
second.
Duff is judging baking shows. Like it's not. This probably isn't even the only show he's doing that day. So
Oh yeah, there you
anytime
go.
he's surprised or intrigued or impressed by something,
Yeah.
you know,
I'd say.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty top
Yeah.
notch.
Yeah.
Yeah, his tray altogether looked ridiculous. I don't know, every piece.
There's just so much. Like if all that was just on a big table, I mean,
Mhm.
I just
I
want,
would
I want
move.
like one of those TV trays that like your grandparents all owned, but I want one of those things to be put on the tray
or how they do
for
those
me
little
to
like
enjoy myself.
conveyor belts in like sushi restaurants in like
Right.
Japan.
Yeah.
There's just charcuterie, cutery, shark. I'm gonna call it a chocolate plate.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Yep.
Yeah.
How cute you feeling? Charcuterie?
I'm feeling shark bloated from eating all this salt.
The thing about something like this, though, is I don't have a lot of I can maybe eat 2 bites of dessert. So I like to share a dessert with someone because I can't eat the whole thing usually.
Yeah, that's the point
But
of the
that's
board,
the whole
right?
point of this, right?
Yeah.
Like you eat one
Mhm.
little thing of each thing with a little dip, and then you feel good. You feel
Yeah.
you've had a little
Yep.
dessert buffet.
I will
I
say
think
in this COVID time, it'd be a little. I'd see a charcuterie plate and I go, I'm gonna go get a wrapped dessert, thank you.
Not when it's
Yeah.
on my TV stand, Trey.
True
Right
story.
in front of my face. And I am especially really loving that Adam's schmears all went with all of his desserts. That you could
Yeah.
dip anything
Yeah.
into
thought that was
anything
interesting.
else.
Yeah.
I thought
He
that
was
was
like, go
intentional
crazy,
and
whatever you
brilliant.
want. Yeah, whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Right.
Dip everything
Right.
everywhere.
Yeah.
That's what. But to be fair, me having zero experience baking and I just make a big pile of garbage, I'd probably say the same thing because they go, "What should we dip?"
Uh-huh.
it? I go, "It doesn't matter.
And
Dip them all. It's all gonna taste like
Fair.
garbage."
it
Although when you
doesn't
look at
matter.
the
It's
flavor
very
profile-
different than his. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
But same words.
Yes.
Yeah, I would dip whatever you want.
You
On
got a
Jose's
cranberry
dish.
chutney.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish.
I was just gonna say a cranberry chutney, a passion fruit curd, a cherry jam. Right? You
Yeah.
can dip all the same stuff. You can interweave those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all fruity.
Well, it
Yeah.
also seems like the cookies were all
Neutral.
not. Yeah, they're all not. They're not strong flavors.
Mhm.
There's flavor to them, but they're not overpowering. So you could dip them in all those things and make it work, right?
Right.
And I think
right.
you want something that's especially if you're gonna add a dip that's sweet, you don't want to dip something super sweet into something super sweet.
That's
so it
good,
sounds
yeah.
like it looks like he made things that were sort of, neutral, not terribly sweet, so that you dip in the jam and not be like, oh, it's too much.
Yep.
You guys, when I see dipping sauces, this brings me back to when I met Jen. This is what we bonded
Uh-oh.
over when we first started talking and flirting. We worked at a restaurant together, and there was a regular who came to the restaurant. We'll call him Fred.
Why are you disguising his name?
I don't know if he listens to this, but I'm sure if he does, he's going to know exactly who he
I
is.
hope he doesn't follow us on any social media
I
or know
doubt-
anything about us.
I doubt Fred is. Who knows where Fred is?
Okay.
Fred used to come in, and all the waiters that had been there for a while were like, "Oh, I'm not taking Fred," and I was intrigued
Fred
because
didn't want anyone but you.
Fred liked me because
Oh.
I was younger and a little a little more
Spry.
shaved, spry, and I was intrigued. I was like, I want to see what this is all about. So Fred, who had these thick cartoon black glasses, he had a locket with his cat hair in it from
no.
cats that have passed on.
The thing you should lead with Fred is
We're
that
not even at the dipping sauces yet.
no, I'm at the holiday picture.
The holiday picture?
Fred's holiday picture, he would go to Sears. Remember this?
Oh, right.
And he would have his cat sit on his shoulder and pose with the cat.
Perfect.
You have to find
Yeah.
the messages.
Perfect.
You saved them for like our
So I not only yes, that's right.
So-
I not only say when Chris and I first started kind of flirting in person, we were working in this restaurant together. Facebook was barely a thing. MySpace was more the scene that should really paint the picture in terms of how long we've been together.
Sure.
But we started messaging each other on, was it even Messenger, Beth? I don't even know what it was called.
No.
We started messaging each other on
carrier
Facebook,
pigeons across the
talking
restaurant.
about Fred. The whole conversation. And on our wedding day, I wrote him a card. I love you. I'm so glad that this is, whatever this day. I'm so happy for this day. And I printed that conversation about Fred and put it in the card.
Fred's voice. He sound like them. I
Oh,
want
no.
that.
Now he's definitely gonna know.
Exactly like that. And he just sweaty all the time. He had a bag of like old newspapers. Anyway, he wanted things very specifically. And that meant he wanted about 9 to 10 different ramekins of dipping sauces.
Sure.
Whether it's Caesar dressing, this, that, nothing that went with anything.
Marinara, ketchup, mustard.
And boy, oh boy, it needed to be the right,
ranch.
you had to fill it up the right way.
He could be getting one thing, one sandwich. and you'd request these 10 sauces.
Just sauces. He'd get one little plate of food
It
and
was
then dip.
vile.
It was gross, and I loved it because I was like, "Oh my god, this is a slow day. I'm talking to Fred all day."
He also paid like $200. He had like a rent subsidized apartment, paid $200 a month for like a 3-bedroom in like the East Village in
Sure.
New York.
I hear dipping.
Sure.
So anyway, dipping sauces. I immediately go to Fred. I hope you're still around, Fred, and I hope you're still dipping them sauces. So anyway, I just had to say that Jen and I kind of met through dipping sauces.
and the love.
Honey.
Oh.
So when we saw this competition tonight, I got a little choked up.
I love it so much.
Oh, anyway, that
Man,
was a
wow.
awkward detour, but I'm
No,
glad
it
we
was
did
awesome.
it.
No, it
Hey,
was
look,
romantic.
It's the
detour.
holidays. That's what these shows are about.
That's
now.
When I
right.
dip, you dip, we dip.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
That's right.
I would dip you dip we dip those Cantucci cookies. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Cantucci cookie. I don't. I'm gonna
Stanley
butcher
Tucci
it.
cookies?
I'm butchering it.
They're
The
Cantucci.
Stanley
As the
Tucci
reason-
cookies.
Cantucci cookies.
The reason
you
I
say
know
that,
they're
Chris?
Cantucci's
Yeah. Did I hear
is
that?
because I
That
was
was
like,
great.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of a Cantucci cookie. So I was just Googling like CANTOO
Uh-huh.
CHIE until
Yep.
eventually Cantucci came up.
You find like a really dark web website. You're like, oh, that's not what I wanted. No.
Well, they basically look like little biscottis, and so of course
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Yep.
I would dip the hell out of that in my coffee.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody
man.
had a really strong. I mean, again, this was a strong preheat. I think it was pretty clear Jody was in
Yeah.
from the
Do you
criticism.
think that? The
I
reason
had
I
a
say
pretty.
that is because he was dinged on the decor pretty hard.
Yeah, but I thought
They loved his stuff so much.
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Duff's
You get
blown
enough
mine.
good things, you're like, okay, they're in. I think by
Right.
like the third compliment, you're like, he's in.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
there.
Because
she's
at
in.
first we weren't sure that he'd like won a preheat, but we were like, okay, he's fine, he's in.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I definitely wasn't sure of the other three who was gonna be automatically into the main heat.
Yeah.
Did you?
Well, I didn't, but then it was my two.
Mm.
So then
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
And
Then
then,
you just knew.
so then I just
Just a
knew.
wink
And
and
then
a
and then the insufferability just began, and will continue
Oh.
throughout this episode.
throughout this episode. Very special
Boy.
episode.
The queen
Jo-
of Christmas.
Jody and Adam, they definitely let everyone know how happy they were when they won, boy.
Woo!
When they
Well,
got through, they're like, yes!
You're so relieved. You're just. I think it's just
Yeah.
relief not
Yeah.
to have to like do a bake off, and then
But that was the most
It was
vocal
shocker.
reactions I think we've heard from any of the
Yes.
bakers ever.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is fine.
Yeah.
You should celebrate. But Sabrina was like, someone's getting elbowed. I thought she was going to just whack
The-
someone right in the
the-
Well,
chin.
knowing
eye
that you have
roll.
to go into so much more work
Yeah,
than the
that's
other
true.
two, while the other two just get
Oof.
to watch you sweat for the next 90
But
minutes.
they didn't.
Yep.
I'm glad.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You just sit by the
And-
side. Thank you, Food Network.
and
I thought that
could
was
have been-
great.
it made me super nervous.
But you know they're both super talented, so they're gonna do their best.
Well, yeah, but like things go wrong. So I had that
Sure.
moment where I was like, "Sure." Like, what if one of the things that you do as a sous chef goes wrong, and then your partner baker goes home? Like, man,
Right.
Yeah.
that would be rough.
I think
really
all you
rough.
can do in those situations, you just have to follow every instruction
Yeah.
that head chef is giving you.
Well, that's
And
exactly
after
right.
that, you just can't sway. Like, even if there's something like Jody was, making the point that he's really good at decor, but he was still following everything that Jose
They're
was
both
telling him to do.
instructors. They both know the hierarchy of the kitchen. They both
Right.
know
Yeah.
how to support. And you saw Jody, he was super supportive for Jose. He was trying to keep
Yeah.
him on track, and he was trying to he didn't let him, he was trying to keep him positive the whole time, which is
Yeah,
nice.
that was
I
really
thought
Yeah.
you could tell
Yeah.
that they were both invested in both, just doing the best they could. There was a lot of bon ami.
Yeah.
Bon ami.
Well, let's get. Well, we're talking about it already.
Well,
The
yeah.
elimination challenge. So
Yeah.
Sabrina and Jose, they end up as the bottom two in the preheat. 90 minutes to make a holiday surprise dessert where something comes out when you open them up. They don't have to look like presents. They just have to have a surprise inside. Man,
Oof.
Surprise. Chocolate
Surprise.
is delicious.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
cheesecake's a bastard sometimes, I guess.
Yeah. But-
Man, oh man.
clearly flavors were great. Again,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I will say that I thought this was not as scary. I feel like we've seen other head-to-head challenges that were worse. This one
Yeah.
gave them kind of a
Yeah.
wider
Yeah.
set of options.
Yeah,
maybe?
I thought so.
You know?
Yeah.
I like that they put the other two to work though, because it's always awkward
Yeah.
when it's like
Oh,
they're just sitting there like,
Yeah, I
so
hate
aren't you glad you
that.
don't have to bake now? They're like, yep, and then it's just awkward.
They're just
TV.
commenting to each other. Oh, this one already has it in the oven.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
put
yeah,
it to
yeah.
work. Everyone needs to be sweating it out.
Yeah.
It also, I think it also levels the playing field a little bit. I mean, I think the mental, release is nice for the ones that know they're in, but also it keeps them warm and
I think
Yeah.
it's good because it
Different kind
takes
of
their mind
pressure.
off the big bake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't have
true.
to sit there and
Different kind
think
of
for the next
pressure.
90 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. It also to the point of
They're in service to someone else.
but they're also working, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not getting to you guys' point of like they're not sitting back, they're not getting the break because there is clearly a disadvantage to the person who ends up getting through the sudden death and still has to bake another 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
at this point, now they've all been working for the same amount of time. There's
Yeah.
really no advantage.
yeah.
A slight advantage going because they still got
less
an advantage going.
psychological warfare.
But yeah,
Woo.
like it's just it does feel a little bit more level playing field if everybody's had to work.
And also a little bit, I mean, I don't want to speak for Jose and Sabrina because I don't want to say like, oh, I bet they felt less. But just to know that it's a team effort, that they've got someone to support them in this, I'll bet is just better. Like,
Yeah.
just to have someone who's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
pulling for you and sous chefing for you. That just seems like it would be better.
Yeah.
than doing it by
Luster
yourself.
dusting for you. Has there ever been more of a use of luster dust?
Do you need to
Bless
leave
you.
the
I
podcast?
gotta
You're
blow my
being
nose.
real distracted right now. Sneeze, Louise. We're trying to talk about desserts, and you just sneeze all over the house.
Chris is taking over. He's taking over. It's
Honey,
not showing
are you okay? You guys, Sabrina's that ornament was cool as hell.
Yeah.
I thought that thing was cool as hell. When they put the top on, I was like, that's amazing.
Yep. Well, what was interesting about that one too is that if she had been able to use the one she tried to use first, it would have been like much bigger, right?
Mhm.
That felt like the
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
the more plastic mold
Mhm.
that she tried that broke was such a bigger ornament. This looks so much more refined in its size. I thought.
I've learned something.
What is
from
that,
watching
Kim?
these shows.
Silicone? Silicone is the way to go.
Yes, don't you think?
Yeah.
Every time they try to unmold something that's a hard mold, they're like bang, 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 and then it shatters into a million pieces.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
someone correct me, but silicone just seems like so much a much better choice.
Yeah,
You know?
that's fair.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
it's fair.
And that
That is
little
fair.
white chocolate thing at the top that looks just like the top of a Christmas ornament.
Get out of here with that. Yeah, yeah.
Stunning.
Even if they wanted
I
the
put
ooze to be
stunning,
more.
but it was stunning.
The note does say stunning.
You were sneezing when you were typing that.
Right.
Sabrina, this
Stunning.
I knew it was coming.
Stunning.
Jeez. I'm like, I'm congested all this up.
What? Wait, I missed it. What just
You
happened?
said she was congested all of a sudden.
Oh no! Wait
It's
a
the wine.
second.
It's the wine.
It's the wine?
Yeah.
Yeah,
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 wine
yeah.
makes you
I think
sneezy.
so.
It does totally makes you sneezy. Oh my god, that glass is the size of your head. I love it.
The tannins.
There's probably some kind of perspective thing going on, right? Nope, it really is the size of your head. The glass. Yeah.
That's right.
Perfect.
But Jose's
Uh,
was very nice too.
Yeah.
I know.
Cheesecake's
I
one.
like cheesecake. You said you've never had it, right?
No, I have bites of cheesecakes. I don't think I've ever just sat and had a slice of cheesecake.
Oh,
I'm a picker.
Oh.
You know this.
your Aunt Mary makes a slammin' cheesecake.
Really?
Yes.
Slamming.
He has his Aunt Mary.
Oh.
Wonderful. He has a cousin, Danny, who has no shame about making requests when it comes to just stellar desserts that people in the family will make. And he'll be like, Aunt Mary, you making that cheesecake this year? And then she brings the cheesecake. And she'll be like, this was for you, Danny.
Yeah.
But if we could get a slice in, I mean, highly recommend.
Oh,
Real
yeah.
Amazing.
good. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I like it. So, yeah.
Then prove it.
I wonder. I
But-
mean, the consistency looked a little bit runny in the middle, but not so much that this again seemed like a really tough elimination. Also, I think because we just spoke to them yesterday, I was like, oh no, I don't want
Yes,
these
I
two to have that one
know.
out.
Well, now I understand their winky faces when they were
Yeah,
like, we were talking
that's-
about the whole thing. As soon as I saw the two of them standing next to one another and like holding hands before the elimination was announced,
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
that was tough.
You know,
Kim, what
it
would
was-
you?
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what ice cream would you going into your corner? What ice cream would you have paired? You think
Oh
with
dang.
this cheesecake because he was dinged on that. They thought it was too similar in flavor profile.
Yeah.
So what do you think
well,
he could have done differently?
What are the flavors he did? He did was it
What was
It's-
the
I
ice
don't
cream?
know.
vanilla and
ice-
raspberry? It was like a raspberry sauce, right? Was
Yeah.
it vanilla?
I think it was sort of a vanilla ice cream.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so raspberry and cheesecake. You could have done something with maybe crunch, like something like a
Wouldn't you have done maybe a chocolate?
I was thinking like not a straight up
No.
chocolate, but like a
Like ice cream cake?
Okay, Kim, I'll get out of the corner.
Like an ice
Jeez.
cream cake?
Just kick me out of the corner.
Actually, you could do like
No,
a chocolate
Kim,
and
I'm out. I
raspberry.
left
You
the
could do a
corner
chocolate
already.
and raspberry swirl. You just have to tie it in somehow to the.
You did.
No, I know we
Yeah,
had the
it
raspberry.
is.
I just meant like some sort of yeah.
You could do a chocolate and
I
raspberry
thought maybe
swirl.
chocolate. I don't know,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah.
I did. Chris mentioned this earlier, though. I did appreciate both Adam and Jody being incredibly supportive of both of
Yeah.
them throughout this.
Yeah.
Throughout the
Yeah.
challenge, doing everything they could to help. And like Adam or Jody in particular, when Jose was like running up against some issues with getting the cheesecake out, and like there was just a lot of support, and I thought it spoke to how close this group of four had become over the course of the 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I like how fast Jose can just whip up on ice cream. He's like, should I do ice cream? You're like, I'd never
love your ice
suggest that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, absolutely. I was like, okay, great.
Yeah, that was
Done.
impressive.
3 minutes
all of
later,
the
bye-bye.
things. Yeah.
I did think the judging again. I don't like the judging on the sudden deaths when they're just all standing really close. It just feels really.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
still haven't figured that out in a way that feels
Come back
comfortable
there.
to me.
Although it
Go
didn't
hang out in.
I couldn't tell. Maybe I didn't watch it close enough. I wonder if they made the bakers leave when they were doing the conversation. Were the bakers in the space when they were talking about it? Because
They're always like you can always see them like faded in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't notice
A
this.
little
time
out
if
of
they were in
focus.
space.
They're in the corner.
Yeah.
Just-
Right.
yeah.
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 I didn't notice either, but I feel like every other time we've seen them, so I just assumed they were close by.
Well, I didn't hear them whispering this time.
Ah.
And they get a little whispery when they know that they're in the
That's
room.
fair.
So I wonder if they just it's
Send them
more
to the green
humane.
room? Yeah.
It's more
Yeah,
humane
right?
If they
Seriously.
send them to the green room.
You plug their
Yeah.
ears with some cheesecake.
Yeah. I bet the judges also probably would prefer it. Like they don't want to they have to be able to talk to each other candidly.
Yep.
And they these are human beings who have feelings and love these bakers and
Yeah. Yeah,
so
fair.
yeah, it was fair.
Well, so
Oh.
Jose is eliminated. We move into the main heat.
5 kinds of chocolate. Can we just say again with Sabrina, they were like, she gave us 5 kinds of chocolate.
She did.
Like it was that skill that did
Well, yeah, that's true.
it,
You're right.
That was
Yep.
lots of
Mhm.
skills that she showed. Lots of skills.
Yep.
And interestingly enough, the challenge, and I'm rereading it right now, says that there just has to be a holiday surprise. It doesn't say anything about oozing. It doesn't say anything about like it needs to be a particular level of spectacle. And I think that 5 kinds of chocolate are to me is surprising. I think
Yeah.
it's of equal levels of surprise.
If JT was in that competition, he would have had that little Santa Claus in the opening come out and just give it to him. They go, oh, JT.
Surprise!
Surprise! That's right.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, but poor Jose.
right.
We will see him
Yeah.
again.
Yes,
we will
definitely
100% see.
will.
I love him leaving. He gave a little like Feliz Navidad wink to the camera. Was
Very
Yeah.
sweet.
melted.
Very sweet. And then on the
delightful.
socials, he did a little post and said he was very grateful for
Yeah.
the experience and the people he met, and
Aw.
that sky's the limit. And so everyone check
That's
him
very
out.
true.
Continue to follow him.
True story.
Yeah. Sugar drama.
Sugar
Drama
Yeah.
is his Instagram handle.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
We got into a
That's
whole
awesome.
thing yesterday.
Heck
Kim
yeah.
Kim hasn't had the chance because she was in the air today. Didn't get a chance to listen to our
That's right.
our interview
That's
yet.
Right.
Kim, do you know
Kim?
what? Can I blow your mind real quick?
Blow my mind. I want it blown.
Do you know what desserts spelled backwards is?
No, I can't. My brain doesn't do that.
Do you want to write it down?
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to ruin
Yeah,
it for
right,
you.
Here we go.
Plural.
I like it.
I feel like our
Desserts.
minds.
What if
were
she doesn't know how to
so-
spell it? And then she's like, I don't get it. We're like, oh, this got weird.
Oh my god!
Yeah, girl.
Wow! Wow. That
Dessert
makes
spelled backwards.
I feel like, we interviewed 3 folks from Halloween that's going to come out later this month because we interviewed them in the middle of all this madness. And
Yep.
and I feel like it was so funny because we were talking about like and they were like, what was their, what do they love about baking and what are their inspirations? And they just all seemed so tired.
Yeah, that's true.
Just so
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Sabrina dropped that bomb on us yesterday, and I felt like our minds were just.
And there was a
blown.
moment where we paused. Let me take you through the journey because you'll hear it, but you won't be able to see our faces. We paused. We spelled it the normal way in our heads. Then we read it backwards in our heads.
Yep.
And then we all at the same time were like, whoa.
Yeah.
Did you come up with that?
Yep. For our listeners who haven't figured it out yet, it's stressed. Desserts
I thought it was
spelled backward
charcuterie.
is
Can't
stressed.
say it.
If you just
So-
have a single dessert, though, it's just tressed, which is like just beautiful
That's
hair.
true,
Just
that's true.
whipping,
That's
just
right.
whip your hair back and forth. You're tressed.
Yeah, no, it's just delightful.
Wow.
Anyway, so Sugar Drama though is Jose's Instagram handle,
Fantastic.
which is just like, if that's not, I think at the end we came up with the two of them having a show that is Stressed Sugar Drama.
Ah,
That's right.
Makes
that's
sense.
great. That's a great title.
So we move into our main heat, 5 hours, 5-hour cake. Here it is.
Mm.
Oh, baby.
Cake that honors a different holiday party theme: tree trimming, black tie, gift wrapping. The advantage is first choice of the party theme and assign the other cake themes. Who got? Oh wait, it was Jody got that right.
Mhm.
That was
She got
Jody's
the
advantage.
advantage.
So he took tree trimming.
Mhm.
Adam had gift wrapping, and Sabrina had black tie
Yep.
holiday party. Whew.
Guys, what do you feel about that? What would you have taken?
Oh, I don't.
I would have taken. I think the black tie is the easiest one.
Oh yeah,
Yes, because
I
the
would've
black
taken
tie is
gift
all
wrapping.
about clean lines,
gift wrapping,
elegant,
Chris.
elegant,
wrapping.
understated. It's got to be perfect. But it's like, I think it's the easiest to execute well if you are a detail oriented person,
Hmm.
and also if you are like, I guess I would choose it because I'm not like, I wouldn't know how to do what Adam did with all of that schmata.
Uh-huh.
I would have been
But
scared of the holiday police with doing the bow tie and all that. the whole-
Yeah.
that
New
should
Year's
be.
is a holiday.
It's a holiday.
hers
That is
was-
true.
hers was like New Year's. It was like a New Year's cake.
Yeah,
I feel like.
sure.
Yeah, with the champagne and everything, but I don't know. I just still like I feel like the Christmas is warms your heart more than the others. I feel like
Right.
everything else a little more, I don't know, stark and harsh a little bit. I don't know. There's something
Yeah.
there's warm and fuzzy about the Christmas spirit, I think.
Yeah, I would have really gone in the
Oh.
opposite direction when it comes to New Year's, and I would have had like the trash can with like the tree just in it. Like, these went on too long, and then it would have only been like
Just
a
empty
Planet
wine
Fit-
bottles
like a
rolling
Planet
around.
Fitness ad with just all of the Times Square people with their stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would have been my black tie party.
It's like a T-shirt in the garbage that says "This is the year."
Oh,
Did
God.
Jen just volunteer to make a 5-hour holiday black tie party New Year's
Oh,
cake for us?
my
I don't
Lord.
know.
All right, Jen. If you
I'm-
prefer to do that over your,
I'm hearing
over
the
your Jell-O mold,
description
you're
and
welcome
it's
to.
sort of, I don't know.
Well fleshed out.
Yeah, I think the hardest one feels like I thought Jody taking tree trimming
Yeah, that's the hardest one.
is the hardest one, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mostly because of the shape. Like I feel like you're gonna have to. And boy, the second he started doing that piping, I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be brutal."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had a
Wow.
moment when I was like, when he was like, less than one quarter of the way down, and I was like, couldn't you just pick a bigger tip? Couldn't you just like make them bigger?
Nah, he was committed.
Bigger puffs?
He was
Ooh,
committed.
no.
He was committed, but then the judges didn't applaud him for it in the way that I felt they should have. I feel
Yeah.
like they should have been able to recognize how long that must have taken.
I think when you get
Yeah.
when it's leaning, I think that just throws it all off. I think it's hard to like rebound from that. I mean, especially when it's
Yeah.
a
The
tree.
lean was hard.
Yeah.
The lean
The
was hard.
leaning, I think, throws off everything else. I think everything else becomes like secondary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's super adorable. I think the jingle bells
Oh,
were so
yeah.
incredible.
Oh, the jingle bells were
Oh, the
amazing.
flowers were awesome.
Yeah.
And the bottom layer, bottom tier, like those, it just
The airbrushing
gorgeous.
and all
Oh
that
my
s-
God,
yeah,
just-
yeah.
woo!
Yep.
With like the little sheen on the tips of the.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. really awesome.
And the lights could have played more to his advantage had he have had a little more time. Like if
Yeah.
an hour before they were all done, no one had decorated anything.
Those
Like,
lights
Jessica
were
was like,
not
"What is
impressive
going
in
on?"
general. Those are some
Yes.
crappy lights they all
Those
got.
little fairy lights that cost like $3.
Sucks. Come
Well, they
on.
were
I get it.
different.
They
I
gotta
mean,
be
were
light. They
different,
gotta.
though. Some of them like Adam's were baubles, and then like Jody's. I think Adam and Jody chose baubles, and then
I
Sabrina
thought
chose
Jody
fairy lights.
Took two kinds
Jody
of
had
bulbs.
both.
Did he?
Yeah,
Yes.
he
Did
took
he?
two
Yeah,
kinds of
two.
bulbs.
This actually brings us to our sponsor.
Oh,
You-
dip!
Yeah,
Really?
you want to
Ooh.
hear?
I
This
mean,
is
I would love to.
ideal.
I wanna hear.
Okay.
This is ideal.
Yeah, it's an ideal moment for
Oh,
it.
well.
I'm going to apologize.
Okay,
I'm going to
okay.
apologize to you, Jody, for what is about to be a very rusty Irish dialect.
Oh
Because
boy.
this week's the finale episode of Fantasy Baking at Championship podcast is brought to you by Flora's Fairy Lights. Put them on wreaths. Put them on desserts. Put them on pallet trees that you decorate your yard with. Flora's Fairy Lights. Whoa! I just almost fell off my chair.
Whoa.
It was so that
The
dialect.
so
ghost of
feeling it.
Jody just pushed you off
Yeah.
the chair.
Just shoved me away.
I liked it.
Kim flags the pallet Christmas trees because we literally made 8 of those for the holiday trail that exists here in town.
Oh, I wanted you to show them the. Can we show the audience even the thing? Can we? Is there
Oh,
a way to do it? JT did like a sped up video
Hang
tour.
on. Talk amongst
Ooh.
yourselves. So Sarah
Yeah,
can figure
pull it
that
up. Pull it up.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
coming.
Okay.
Flora, she was just like, "Oh, now's my moment." You know, I think
Yeah.
she might be a friend of Jody's. So if she's not a friend, she's a fan. So
She's not a
That's
friend.
what I
she's
said
a fan.
today. When I saw Jody, I go, he might be my cousin.
He did say that.
A lot of family in Ireland. A lot of family. That's how
Real.
it works, right?
that's one
That's
of the Hallmark movies. That's one of this year's hot Hallmark movies.
It's what?
Really?
What's her name? Is it Lacey Chabert? I think Lacey Chabert is goes to Ireland to find her long lost family.
Oh, okay.
Has a little romance.
Filmed in
with,
Toronto.
She's an events
Stuart Townsend.
decorator. Yep.
That's right. You know it. She's an events planner, an aspiring events
Yep.
planner. Mm-hmm.
Man, they don't go outside of that little niche, huh?
They don't. They don't need to.
They have,
They make
Man.
174 movies a year that are all
Yeah.
the
Who's
same.
like a young writer that's like, I got so many ideas. They're like,
no, we
throw it into the machine. Shut up.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the truth
This one
is,
had
I
a
was
little more
on.
budge, Kim.
Oh,
it
this
was
one
like
had
a
more, but they were
castle or
definitely in
something.
Ireland for some of. Yeah, for some of it. Yeah.
Yes.
And also, like, I'm here to say, like, you know, I was on set for 10-hour days. And when you're the producer, they're more like 12-hour days or 14-hour days because you've got the prep and the post. And the minute I got to the hotel room, jammies were on, Hallmark Channel was on
Oh yeah,
in the background.
making you feel good.
Made me feel like a little warm blankie.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try this and see if it works.
Okay.
Let's see.
It's telling me I can share this file. Does this? Oh no, your browser can't show it. Invalid. It's because it's the wrong size. That's okay,
Oh,
guys.
All right. Well,
I'll send it to you.
okay.
Everybody's
Okay.
disappointed.
Everyone's just
Everyone goes to sleep. I forget it.
Oh my
Podcast
god.
sucks.
Hold it up. Hold
Episode's
it up to
over.
the thing.
All right, wait. I'll turn.
We'll lo-fi it. We should not be. we
I
should
like
not
this
be
Christmas
recording.
night sky that you have going on here.
Oh, thanks.
know.
Yeah, I figured.
Background.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
see if this
So
works.
this is the trail. This is the
Oh.
the Greenbrier River Trail.
Wait,
Oh,
wait.
look at
Where is the?
that.
I'm gonna
Find
try
the
to
right
get.
spot so that there's no.
Okay,
yeah,
wait.
there we go.
There's still a little glare, but I'm gonna play through it. There's a
Okay. Okay.
little.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I'm skiing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I did a little like time lapse thing.
Brought to you by
Very nice.
Flora's Fairy Lights.
There it is.
Okay.
It's true.
Delightful.
Yeah.
I
That was
like it.
probably less.
Very.
That was probably less exciting than it.
Yeah, we'll send you the file.
I liked it.
Proud of it.
Felt like a
Y'all,
little.
It's
I'll
like
tell
I
you
was
what, we were driving
there.
into town. I haven't driven out of town. Like, we don't drive places at night very much, right? So we're driving into town from Lewisburg, and it's a thing. Like, because you can see across the river, and you've got like suddenly there's like just this lit up town. There's all because we added to the lights, and it's like it's real pretty.
Yeah, it looks pretty
You
rad.
should just
Can
leave
you
it up
guys-
all year. I mean, my
Yes.
God, just leave it up.
And then let the Hallmark Channel come to you, Kim.
Seriously.
They will take out some of that real estate.
Oh
Sure.
man.
Man.
Oh,
Oh,
So which of
Jake-
these cake? Which of these finale cakes? 5-hour cakes. Which one? Which one was your favorite? Did you have a favorite?
Adams.
Adams.
Yeah, I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah.
I just really thought it was beautiful. I loved that I loved the like tissue paper idea. I loved the.
I mean,
bow
he did
on
go
top.
technique crazy.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
love that he went with a hat box on top because he probably was like, they're gonna ding me if I just do 3 square cakes. So let me do something else.
Yep.
You know,
Oh,
I
good.
just and I loved that he used different techniques on each one. And okay, yes, he shouldn't have used his fingers, but like I thought it was so
Nitpicky.
pretty.
Yeah.
I'll
So
tell you what,
pretty.
man.
Yeah.
If Sabrina, I feel like I agree with Duff. Like if she had the tux and it was black, the jacket, I think that would have been it
Yeah.
would have been a much closer race because that
I
when
really
I saw her
actually
doing
thought,
the upside down. Woo,
yeah,
that was awesome.
I actually really thought. I said to Kim, I was like, man, I really think Sabrina might have this.
I thought Sabrina was going to win.
Yeah.
Like I also, our listeners have to understand we have now back to back within the last week interviewed all of them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we're also all in our heads sort of being like, wait, which one seems like they won? Like
Yeah.
they did a very good
Yep.
sneaky
Yeah.
job
Yeah.
of not tipping their hands at all.
That's right.
Yeah.
So because I didn't interview Jose and Sabrina, I was a little in my head and I was like, oh, but Sabrina won.
I just, and I
just
think
don't know.
it was
You
one.
just don't know.
Again, well, it
Yeah.
always comes down to one thing, right?
Mhm.
And I'll tell you, I think if Nancy had a little bit of raspberry in her slice,
Yeah.
this would have been a different ball game.
Mhm.
I think Sabrina would have had this.
Mhm. Just have a think about that, okay? You've gone through this competition.
I mean,
you've
seriously.
made it all the way through the end.
Yeah.
You've made it through a sudden death
Yep.
round. And then it comes down to you used like, a quarter cup less raspberry filling than you probably should have.
Well,
Like,
but also
you're
it was like,
watching her and she's pouring it into these
Yeah.
these layers. So it doesn't
Yeah.
look that way to us
that's
Yeah.
right.
that there's not enough.
But again, it feels like it was literally Nancy's slice because both Duff and Carla were like, "Nah, I got it. It was great."
Mhm.
And Nancy
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
"No, I didn't. It was not. Like it was real."
Because Adam is winning. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we know.
Well, listen,
But
we've
you-
got,
We
we've got,
knew.
we've got
No.
Nancy who loves Adam.
Nancy,
We've
calm
got
down.
Duff who hates Adam.
Yeah.
And then with
Sure.
Carla basically decided he won, I think is what happened.
That's probably it.
Yeah, they nailed each other out.
Oh
Ugh.
man.
One thing I'm going to say is I feel like of the 3 cakes, Adam was the one who seemed to come in with the, like, this is what my finale cake's going to be. Because the technique that I
Yeah.
haven't seen that whole stencil with the buttercream and taking
Yeah.
water and making the trees. I've
Yeah.
never seen that before. That
Yeah.
whole thing with the parchment paper and that, like,
Oh,
making it look was amazing. But then
a lot of
also,
technique.
also separate of the technique was the flavors. The peanut butter and chocolate to me screams Duff. Like I'm studying
Yes.
his flavor profile and the things that he
We
loves,
said the same thing. Yep.
and this is really going to speak to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe the ganache was a little thick, a little tough, but overall, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know how you see that and say that that's not the winning cake. That to me,
Yeah.
So yes, I had that same thought. It could go to Sabrina, but I was like, but I feel like it's Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just had
I
that
thought
feeling.
Jody still had a chance. I was like, if they go bananas over
the
inside of
flavor.
his cake,
Yep.
if his cake is so
yes.
outrageous, he could, I was like, he could still win even with the lean, because we have seen finales where all 3 cakes, you're like, these are not really great looking cakes.
Yeah.
Like we have
Yes.
seen them be that, but if they're delicious, who cares?
That's right.
Really, who cares?
Right.
That's right.
Right.
And if all 3 of these cakes, I'll say this, I don't think they went bananas over any of these cakes when it comes to the flavors. They like, none of them were like, I must,
Yeah.
they're like, it's good cake,
Well, what was interesting
Yeah,
though,
that's
again,
true.
when you say that, Sabrina, so they did make a moment when Nancy was like, "Oh, I wish I had more raspberry, but I've already eaten all the cake."
That's true.
Like
That's true.
Right.
She'd
That
say
was-
you make good cake.
that's really why I thought, oh, even with the missing element, like the not enough raspberry, I really thought she was going to take it.
And just
But-
acknowledging that she used the challenge the best.
Yeah.
And also Duff just saying you're a great cake maker.
Yeah.
I mean, all of these things could have led to victory, but
Yep.
I want to acknowledge also to the bakers that we know nothing about making cakes, and also half the time ours end up in the trash. So
Oh, for sure.
please understand, we are talking out of our tushies. So there's that.
We're also just talking about
Straight
what we
out of it.
saw.
Yeah,
what we
yeah,
saw,
yeah.
what the edit was.
I was actually surprised, and I'd be interested, now, like if we had a little time machine and we could go back in time and interview these guys again, I would be very curious to hear about their strategy around the flavors, because I think in other finales we have seen people take really big swings with flavors. Like we've seen them really sort of try to do surprising flavors, and I thought these were all pretty traditional, which I think is an interesting. I mean, none of them stuck out as a. So I just think it's interesting. I'd be curious to know why they made that choice. Also, they both Adam and Jody did callbacks to earlier cakes,
Mhm.
which suggests to me that maybe they didn't come into this whole season with like an idea of like, oh, I know what I'm going to do for my 5-hour cake. Like,
Well,
I've
is
got
it
this recipe,
also-
I just
Right.
waited.
in a main heat in a finale, are you sticking to
What
is
you know
this
best.
well what you know best, and also are you sticking to things that you're like, whatever the twist is, I'm gonna be able to, if it's a flavor twist,
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna be able to figure it out.
Mhm.
And then the twist was design and lights,
Mhm.
you know what I mean, which was,
Right.
and they all, what was so crazy is they were all like, oh you're giving us lights, we don't have to like
make them
make
out of
lights
fun.
out of
Create
stuff.
lights.
Yeah.
I create electricity and then
That's right.
somehow wire it.
There's a
solder it to
bulb
cake.
and a battery and just a
Yeah.
piece of wire, and they're like, figure it out.
Right. Well, one
Yeah.
thing
And
that
my teacher
one of the questions that we asked Jose and Sabrina that I've always thought about was just about whether or not decor or taste, like which plays, like in terms of ratio, which plays like more of a factor in terms of having a successful bake, because
Yeah.
we're the peanut gallery who's just watching, who's tweeting, who's saying, oh, it should have been this person, but we haven't tasted anything, so it's this huge component. And Jose said it was like a 60-40 split, he felt like,
Yep.
which I'm like, okay, well that's interesting. But then they also said it depends on the bake, and then they kind of pointed to that Nancy can be a little more like more about the holiday, more about like Duff can be a little more about, right? They said Duff's a little more about flavor, and then Carla's
Yep.
kind of like a combination of the two.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's also just kind of, so it's kind of like an even playing field in that sense. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. There weren't any milkshake cakes. I just keep referencing the milkshake cake.
It was so outrageous. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Or there was no
design-wise,
matcha,
I think. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. But I feel like Adam's cake was up there in terms of like the Hall of Fame of the best looking
I mean, sure.
a
Yeah.
finale cake for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. It was gorgeous.
I mean, I felt bad for him because I was like, "Ooh, this is a tough twist for you." Because I agree that I think it was Carly who said I would have put the lights just in the bow. That's probably what I would have done.
Mm.
But I also recognize that, like,
In
I
the
mean, look,
moment.
here's the
It
other
makes
thing
no
too.
sense.
Yeah.
It makes no
Yes,
sense.
for
It makes
Christmas
sense in the
wrap,
tree. It
yeah,
makes
like
sense
just-
coming out of a champagne glass. It makes no sense being on presents.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
what do you like? You
Yeah.
put you make two like back legs of a cat, and you just put a just jumbled wire of them, and be like, okay, the cat is tied up in Christmas lights on the side
She
over
did
here.
it.
You gonna make
Like,
legs?
Yeah, they're fun. I'm just too fond of, we've seen them whip out things.
Oh
that
man,
are-
I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't know.
Tough.
I don't know what you do with that. I
Yeah.
also want to give
No.
him props because often maybe the police are going to come after me here, but my experience is that often dudes are not the wrappers of the presents very
Oh.
frequently. And I thought that he did an excellent job with his wrapping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
here's
fair.
what I'm going to say. The men that are the wrappers of the presents, I mean, they're the ones who come with the X-Acto knives and like precision that is to a
Yes.
degree that I will never explore or understand.
That's right. That's right.
right. I can see Adam being the gift wrapper. In the
Amazing.
family.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Adam, you can confirm or deny.
I mean, whether you are the gift wrapper, I guess you have to be a talented decorator no matter what.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can
for
fake it.
sure.
Yeah.
Fake it till you bake it, baby.
Oh, there it is.
Right.
That's our show. Thanks, guys.
We did.
Well, I really hope that we do. So when I can't remember if we asked Jody and Adam if they do another one of these shows. I feel like
we did.
and they said yes, right?
I think they both said they would, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and did Jody or did Sabrina and
They
and Jose say
did.
the same
Both
thing?
said they would do another
both
show.
said they
Okay.
would do another one. Yeah.
Well, this
Yeah.
is me just saying, like, I hope that happens.
Yeah.
Because truly, this was such an extraordinarily strong season that
Yeah.
it's just
You definitely want to see,
you don't
particularly
always
this
have seasons
four,
like this.
these 4 finalists. You definitely want to see them again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing I'm going to say, Food Network. I don't necessarily need to see, for example, Jody do Holiday again. Like, I think it's funnier to imagine throwing like Jose and Halloween or something.
Yes.
Just to see what their take is on that.
Yep.
I mean,
absolutely.
Jody in spring, like, listen, the spring challenges are always bananas. Like,
Yeah.
I just think it would be really funny.
That's
yeah.
true.
We
Yeah,
did
yeah.
find out from Jose that this wasn't the first. Like he was approached last year and couldn't do it because of work.
Oh, okay.
So he was
Okay.
able. They came back around to him this year.
Got
So I
Got
think
it.
we'll see him again.
Got it.
I feel like we.
He had the best
Uh,
approach because he basically said work wouldn't allow me to do it the first year. So this year I just auditioned until I got offered the role.
Yeah.
And then was like, by the way, I'm doing this.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's a
great.
That was a great approach.
Aw.
Sorry, just
Yeah.
making a charcuterie board.
When
For
the
your
urge
little
calls you, you know?
charcuteries, your little
I'm like, oh, the
charcuteries.
kids are crying. I go in the room. I see Filipino M&Ms.
Perfect. So, Chris, which one of these did you say Sabrina's was your favorite? Is that the one you picked as your favorite cake?
I mean, Adams was amazing. But yeah, I think Sabrina's was the one that I looked at and I was like, that is cool.
You
I,
did. You
yeah.
said that exact thing.
I think
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
really went for it with the upside down flute and everything. I thought that was really cool.
The
I just
optical
wish she
illusion.
had the black jacket. Would have really,
It
Yeah.
would have been it
really
for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no,
That didn't bother me as much.
I didn't
I
even
could
notice it until he
see-
said that. I was like, oh right. But
When he said it, I think I understood why they were
Yeah.
like, oh, if you did that, it would have been
Yeah.
that would have been taking you over the top on the design wise.
Yeah.
Right,
But I didn't mind the like the white tux
Sort
approach.
of bond.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't
Mhm.
either. Yeah.
bond.
I didn't mind it
Kind of
either, but I
nice
think
jacket.
I think it would have I think it just would have looked a little cleaner, especially with the
Yeah.
red dress below it and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
And sometimes you got to think like if you really dazzle them with the design, maybe they'll be a little easier on you with
The flavor.
almost like you just kind of
Yeah.
like they're like get more excited and maybe they're not going to be as harsh. So
That's
you
true.
never know. It's
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
it
when they
happens a
did
little bit.
Jody on the lean, I'm like, this isn't happening. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
unless
Yeah.
they cut into this, especially having seen the other two.
Yeah.
And I don't know how the editors like how they splice this up, whether or not Jody was actually reviewed first, but I was just like, I mean, unless there's something incredible that's about to happen.
Yeah.
It's probably out of
Yeah.
the running.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
oh boy.
Any given Monday, you guys. Any given cake.
Sorry.
Any given bake.
Any given
But
bake.
this wasn't
Yeah.
a surprise. This wasn't a surprise, right?
No.
I mean, Adam
Oh,
was
you
the
mean
front
that? You
runner,
mean
and then
that
he
my?
won.
You mean that one of my bakers
Kim was
won?
the
Oh,
front
okay.
runner,
Yeah.
and then she
Right.
not a surprise.
JT won last season, so that was good.
That was
Yeah,
a
you know,
surprise.
one and
That
done,
was
guys.
more of a
That's what I-
surprise.
that's what I call
In
it.
and out.
One and done.
3 bakes and you're out.
JT,
you've been out for such a long time.
I don't even remember what it's like to have a baker in this competition. That's how long it's been.
Thanks for taking the journey with us.
You know, I feel like at this point,
Well, we're married. Technically, my wins are sort of half yours, right?
I guess that's
You can
true.
bask in
I have a
my
lot of
Sure.
half. I have a lot of half wins,
Bask in
guys.
my glow.
I have a lot of half wins. That's what I would
They
say.
add up
that.
to full wins.
Well, little boy.
Your half
I
wins
know.
from Kim are worth more than your actual win.
I know it's true. Yeah.
I mean, so for everyone listening, you if you didn't listen to our first season, you may not know that there is actually a fantasy baking championship belt. It currently lives in Chris and Jen's
for the whole
basement.
time.
And it's been in their basement this whole time, but it knows it belongs to me. That's all that
Carl
matters. It
Fong is
knows.
wearing it in the basement. Carl
That's
Fong
right.
lives with us. He's
That's
downstairs, hanging
Lives
out
with you.
family.
That's right.
I just imagine Chris walking downstairs and like the belt, like he just hears the belt's voice like calling out for Kim, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Shut up!" and
That's
closing the
Uh,
thing.
Just shut the
I'm
doors.
not supposed to be here.
Are you cheating? Close the door. Why do you cry when you put me on?
Well, so
Kim wins again.
I win again, but also I don't have to bake.
It's true.
It's a double
The double win
yeah.
for you.
Wow.
double win all the way.
It's just
Double
true.
That's
rainbow
on us,
all
you
the
know.
way.
We thought that maybe Jody and Adam wouldn't crush all the way through the season.
I
We were
know.
Wrong. That's right.
We were
So
way wrong. Jeez.
I knew.
You did know.
Jody,
Nancy knew.
Jody and Adam, our chat thread is very active during the episodes, and whenever I'm in it, it's just that Grinch. It's that Grinch gif where the Grinch is like slowly grinning, and then his little head flaps flap open. I've just been Grinch grinning about you guys all season.
It's true.
It's been a good,
Deservedly.
it's been a good
fine.
season for Kimberly.
And it's been a good season for our Twitter followers.
Oh, have some people been. Wait, is it time for?
Shout out to the week. Shout out to the week.
It does. Oh, thank you for
GT
that,
made those during the.
I made these during the
commercial
episode. It's true. During commercial breaks, I was running
Right
into
in here.
I was like, I gotta go finish the shout out.
He already had some. He just
That's
decided
great.
he needed some refresh.
No, but they were Halloween themed.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
I had to change
Come on,
things
Kim.
up.
Right, I forgot.
She's
I
too
can't
busy
use
when she
Halloween
doesn't even
All right,
realize-
fair.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, go ahead, John.
Sorry.
At Amaret's Grotto. Love this preheat. Every millennial's dream. Charcuterie.
Oh, wow, really?
Shout out
Yep.
to charcuterie.
Seems like
It's-
okay.
I like
Shout out to
charcuterie.
charcuterie.
Yeah.
I love it.
Suzanne Morse. Was she in? No, John. I am not here for criticism or charcuterie boards. Seriously, they all end up looking like they've been attacked by wild animals at the end.
Oh,
I'm not going to kick a charcuterie board out of bed. I don't care if it's got dessert or meats on it. I'm going to eat it.
If it had crackers, you'd have a lot of crumbs, right?
Yes, but I wouldn't kick it out of bed. I'd
Okay.
eat them and then there'd be crumbs.
JT has charcuterie board abs. Just a lot of meat.
What would that even look like?
Anyway,
Ham rolls.
just be all over the place.
I mean, it might actually be
Rolls and
accurate
ham.
when I think about rolls. Yeah. I got a
A lot of
little
cheese.
I got a little
Smears.
quarantine 15 on, so that actually might, I might track that.
Baby.
Leave
We
him
have a
alone. Keep
treadmill
reading.
being delivered tomorrow, guys.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
Not for nothing.
Oh.
I
You
know.
can fit a lot of meats and chocolates on that thing. That's a big charcuterie board.
That's
That's
right.
the conveyor belt. You sit at the
It's
end.
true.
and shoots it in your mouth.
That's right.
Here's a moment we didn't refer to. At
Oh.
Idel is one. You don't unwrap the candy cane. They are favors you take them home. I'm just saying. Okay.
Oh.
When Nancy said that he should have unwrapped, Emily K8 disagree. Please leave the candy canes wrapped. I don't want anyone handing my candy cane before I eat it. In fact, wrap up the rest of that stuff too.
Wow.
Okay.
You guys, I got it. Look. Go ahead, Kim. I want to hear what
Well,
you say.
my only rebuttal is that if it's decor, if it's not meant to be eaten, what I would have done with it is unwrapped it and then like crushed it, like turned it into shards and like done a little sprinkle.
Sprinkles?
Yeah, a little sprinkle.
But he wanted it to
Yeah,
be decor.
That's what I'm saying. The sprinkle is the
Yeah.
decor.
Oh,
I gotta
I'm-
say-
Like herbs and
Okay.
candy cane pieces.
You don't have wrappers on a. You can't do it.
I don't know.
Wrappers.
I'm okay with the wrappers.
Then look,
I am very
then
okay with
don't
the
have
wrapper.
candy canes on your charcuterie board. You don't have wrappers. It just throws the whole thing off.
You put the
I
candy
agree.
canes in the gift bags that they're
I
getting
agree.
at
Wait
the
a minute.
fancy party where they're having a
Hang on a
charcuterie
second.
board.
We're
Chocolate.
talking about this like the judges were going to pick up a pre-made store-bought candy cane and eat it like it was part of the dessert. They're not.
That's right. It's decor.
You guys-
I know, but it's
when
fish,
you
so
pr-
that should be candy canes or holiday. You're going to tell me like you put like
Guys.
broken up candy canes on your Christmas
So
tree?
you're telling
no.
you're
Tell
telling
him,
me that
JT.
wait.
Tell him.
You're telling me what do you want, like Hershey's Kisses? You're gonna leave them wrapped up and go, well, they're decor. No,
Yes,
you take the
I'm gonna
wrapper
leave
off.
them. Wait a second.
Yeah.
You're going to unwrap
Delightful silver wrapping.
unwraps Hershey Kisses to
What
put
You're
kind of
presenting you're
monster
presenting
are
food
you?
to the judges. Decor. You don't You don't use food to decor like that with wrappers. Get the plastic. You don't want the judge choking, accidentally grabs one and just throws it back and dies.
Think of basil that you're using as garnish, and you just take the plastic wrapped basil and you just plunk it right on the thing.
Yeah,
If
no.
it uses
That is
garnish,
not. Nobody
Don't
is
put
taking
plastic.
basil.
You
Nobody's
guys,
taking
I see
basil
that.
home. People are going to grab a candy cane at the end of their charcuterie experience, and they're
You
going to
guys-
take that candy cane home.
I think you leave.
So
Yes,
wait,
they
is
are.
it so?
If
Okay,
that's-
so is
if
it
that's the thing,
decor
then you leave it
or
off.
is it for the taking? You can't have it both ways. You're
You
saying
can
it's
if it's wrapped.
You're saying it's wrapped so people can take it home
You
to
can get
eat
it.
it.
You
No.
can if it's
If you
wrapped.
present it, you present the judges food for them to try. I don't want to see your wrappers. Get it out of here.
Let's just
This
agree that you're
this is
wrong
the
and
food.
move
This is the
on.
holiday food baking championship cooking
It's-
extravaganza.
This is the holiday.
It's only half of those things.
You don't put plastic
It's only half of
anywhere near what I'm trying.
the holiday food baking championship.
You know.
Well, that could have been the hot take of the season. Right there.
Oh,
Oof.
I'm gonna have such
I don't wanna
good
see-
ideas tonight.
We're gonna have to excerpt just
You
that
guys.
because that got heated. I don't think we've ever been
You don't.
That
You don't.
did.
You don't put
No.
plastic.
I'm
There's
sweating,
nothing.
and not just from the
Yeah.
wine.
There's nothing cute about plastic.
Both
I don't
couples
care
are
what
it's
getting
wrapped
divorced
on.
in this episode.
There is something cute about charcuterie.
Oh,
That's right.
That's the bow.
And scene.
Emily K8. I like that they're making the ones not competing help out so that no one is getting to just sit around and chill. I
Yes.
agree.
True story.
agree. Hard agree.
Hard
Um,
agree.
DBell92, Jose, thank you for sharing your wonderful smile, your heritage, and your gifts with us. You are amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair.
He was
Yeah,
delicious.
the truth.
It's delicious.
At the Dennis Villas,
is funny.
you know it's the finale when Duff is wearing actual pants and not shorts.
Yep. Well, he's got to get up behind the table. He never
Wow.
gets up.
I
Amazing.
never noticed that. That's funny.
Someone's looking at someone's legs.
Now.
Show. Okay. And that was our Thurston tweet of the week. Suzanne Morse again. The word gift wrapping and party should never be in the same sentence because gift wrapping is an unpleasant activity.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
wow.
Sometimes.
no.
If you're AC Slater at a mall,
oh my gosh. That's a callback.
guys, that's
We've all,
you know
we've all seen it.
we've all
we've all
seen
seen
it.
it.
Y'all know what
Right.
I'm talking about.
I actually have
We
it.
all
seen
didn't
that
have
one.
it like in
I
our
can imagine
memory
it.
that much at the front, like just ready to just
That's the episode
throw it
where
out there.
where Zach falls for the girl who's living with her father in their car, right?
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
And
very
the
special
father helps
episode.
On a
AC
very
Slater
with the
special
wrapping.
episode.
Yeah,
That's
it is
right.
100% a very special episode of Saved by
I
the Bell.
missed that one.
Oh,
True
Kim.
story.
That one.
Aren't they putting on
Good
a
times.
show? Or are they all working at Santa Land or something?
Oh, yeah, they're doing pictures with Santa. What are they
And
doing?
then they're
in there?
singing,
Mall
right? Aren't they?
concert? Mall
Oh, they
concert?
def-
Screech is having some kind of issue with, I think, Lisa's little brother or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Let's watch it tonight. Want to watch it tonight?
Fair. Perfect.
Well, now.
While we unwrap candy canes and just throw the plastic away.
Okay. And
Come back.
throw the. Of course, you're throwing the plastic away. I don't understand what that
Throw it
is.
away before you bring it to the judge. You
and
get
at
it
Bo's
in.
Amelia, Adam deserved that win. His cake was amazing. Shout outs.
Oh, shut
Yeah.
up.
Shout
Drop
outs.
the mic.
My
I'm not gonna drop my phone
It's
or my mic
expensive.
for that matter.
It's an expensive phone. We don't want it to break. I understand.
Yeah.
It's a
Right.
metaphorical
it's
drop.
work issued. No
Work
thanks.
issued.
Yeah.
Man.
Fair.
Oh
Good call.
gosh. Good
Well,
one.
Suzanne Morris's observation actually makes me think of something that I want to ask you guys about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah?
question.
Yeah.
Of the week.
The question of the week.
We should just live every time just for that.
Yes, I agree.
That's great.
I don't know, guys. It's just sometimes little things.
You set it up. No pressure, Kim. Better bring it with that intro.
Oh man. All right. So it's funny, we started this episode and then you probably saw like my eyes glaze over for about 5 seconds because I was like, I gotta come up with a question. I gotta come up with a sponsor. Those two things happened during. Yeah. So the main heat, so you have tree trimming, you have Christmas wrapping, you have black tie event, right? These are all sort of phases, things that happen over the holiday season, right? And I've told you both about my nightmare that I have somehow forgotten that it's Christmas. It's December 24th, and I have to go holiday shopping at the Circle K gas station.
Sure.
This year feels distinctly like that to me. I was definitely panic shopping during my layover at Chicago O'Hare today.
Oh no! Nachos for Christmas.
Can you guys hear something crazy on your end?
No.
I'm gonna remove you and bring you back on
Yeah.
and see if it works. Hang on. Okay, talk again.
Yes.
Oh wow! I'm gonna check and see if it's happening on the stream side.
It sounds like you guys are talking through like the kind of thing that that disguises your voice if you're in witness protection. Yes.
It might
Oh,
just be on the. I want to see if it's on the. Hang on, let me back it up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's
It's
happening.
on the restream.
Do you want to exit and re-enter?
Let's do it.
It'll
Okay.
give you time to think about
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to ask you, which I haven't.
Okay,
answered.
we'll be right back.
Okay. Well, everybody, if you're still with us, we lost somebody. Hi. If you're still with us, we're bringing Chris and Jen right back. We had a little bit of a hiccup.
Technical difficulties.
We're gonna fix the
Some
difficulties.
holiday gremlins.
Some holiday
All
gremlins.
part of the holiday
Oh,
season.
Joanna. See, Joanne says we hear it.
Yeah.
We got you,
see?
Joanne.
We got you.
We're trying to fix. Hold the phone. We're bringing them back when they come back. They'll
Do
be
you have
back
to
in
give
a
them
second.
another invite? Do you have to
No,
invite
they
them
just click
again?
the same link.
Oh, okay.
Man, what do you want to? Do you want to?
Talk about a thing?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
How about we're seeing each other for the first time since
We
10
are.
days.
Guys,
It's Christmas.
Kim's been on the road for a week, over a week.
Yeah, it's been 10 days, and on Saturday, I had a shoot this week, and I was in many schools. Everyone was masked. Everyone did a great job. But
What happened?
He did not pass that by me. He typed so fast and then pressed enter the studio.
Do we sound better?
You do. Joanne Robertson was just letting us know she heard it too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Guys, we are in witness protection, so
For those of you listening to this on Friday, Jen and Chris have popped back up on the screen, but their sign no longer says Jen and Chris. It says unwrap the candy canes.
They are named Unwrap the Candy
That's
Canes.
right. Correct.
Okay.
50% of us
Okay.
agree.
50% agree.
50%.
Not.
Amazing.
That's right.
So, Kim, back to your question.
Yes.
Circle K, last minute shopping.
Yeah. Oh, I'll finish my quick story that I was telling while they were gone, which is basically that I had a COVID scare. It was not COVID, but scary, especially when I was like, oh, I might have to be quarantined in a hotel room in Los Angeles for the holidays.
Yep.
But I made it home.
She made it
I'm very
home.
Happy.
Here we are.
Okay, so and I actually took another rapid test during the episode just to be sure.
She
It
did.
was negative. Okay, so what I want to know is, where in the holiday preparations are you? Which phase of the holiday preparations are you in? Are you feeling good about it? Are you feeling stressed about it? Are you feeling, behind, ahead? So that's part one of the question. Part two of the question is, what are your holiday plans? And then part 2B of the question is, what baked good is involved?
Oh, man. Jeez. Okay.
Easy.
I'm feeling exceptional, right?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good this year. Jen and I, and it wasn't even like a discussion. We just kind of like, the kids went to school. We had a morning together, and we just turned into robots and just started shopping, baby.
Nice.
We mailed
Wow.
our holiday cards before December 1st.
We have not finished ours yet. I might be doing them after this show.
We have gifts for everyone except for you two.
We
That's
keep
all right.
going through different gifts for you guys. But so now the wrapping has already started.
Yeah.
And so what happens is, like my father, I'm the same person. It's never enough. It's never enough for the girls. It's never enough for my kids.
It's never
So we
enough.
got the chunk, and Jen's like, I feel like we have everything. And I go, you have everything. I'm gonna go get some gas for the car and take a
last
lap
sweep.
around every
Yeah.
store and just get as much stuff because
Aw.
life's short. They're little kids. They're great kids, and it's like
Yep.
that's my favorite thing to do. I love shopping. I've already said this, but I love shopping. Whenever I shop for everybody else. I come
Right.
home like, Jen, I bought you a shirt. I got
Right.
this. I got this, and
Right.
she's like, stop shopping, and I'm like, I can't. So I love it. I get in the holiday spirit. It's like I find certain things, and then it's like wrapping it. And I think about the morning when they come downstairs. And I'm like, we gotta have this set up over here.
He
and we
has
gotta
already today. He was sitting here and he's like, "This is the way I'm positioning the presents."
Yeah. You
Yeah.
gotta have the big one in the front,
He already
and then you
has
got
that
the two
visualization.
matching things like this. You gotta have another thing in the
Wow.
front. Because the whole thing is when the kids come downstairs, that's the moment you
Experience,
remember. You
yes.
go, oh, that's that one moment.
Yeah, of course.
And everything else is still great. Opening the presents is amazing, but there's nothing like the first glimpse of the presents.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
that's the best moment.
We are so ahead of things that last Friday I had gifts for my youngest preschool teachers. And I brought them because one of them is a gift card. And I'm like, maybe they'll go shopping this weekend. And I was like, so when's our last day of school? And they're like, it's today. So I
Well-
didn't even realize that this was the last opportunity I had to give them the gift, but we're so ahead of it that we already had the gifts to give them.
So
And all the
basically,
teachers, we've tipped the mailman.
everything. We always tip the mailman. So
Yes.
you're saying that. Well,
I'm
we
saying
tip them.
early.
My dad was a
Oh, we didn't
mailman.
get him anything.
We-
yet.
right.
I know.
We're going to Elkins tomorrow.
Yes, we'll finish tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
So
fine.
basically, and for the baked good, I don't even know if we do baked goods, but usually we used to have Christmas at my parents'
Santa's
house.
getting cookies.
Santa's getting cookies. We're gonna.
Right.
That's what I said. Friday should be a cookie fun. I said we should make a bunch of different kind of cookies.
I went to Michael's. They got some sweet sprinkles.
And then my daughter, she had an idea that I never ever thought of, and it's the most simple. It's like the
This
easiest.
is the sweetest thing.
She goes, "Oh, Daddy, what if we make Santa Claus chocolate milk to dunk his cookies in?" I went, "Hell yeah! Chocolate milk for Santa? Woo! I never thought of that. I was a traditionalist. Chocolate
You're
chips,
gonna blow his
You're
mind.
going to blow Santa's mind.
couple
Sure.
carrots. Man, oh man.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
even have, because it's probably just going to be my in-laws over here on Christmas morning, like potentially my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. And we already have the bacon and sausages, like all the
Dang.
breakfast spread, all the
Guys.
stuff.
Best.
Focus.
It's the best.
Wow.
The best.
Focus.
Christmas morning's the best. And
Yeah.
there should always be plates of bacon and sausage
We
and
got
fun
the
little.
firewood. We're gonna have a fire.
Gonna have a fire. They're gonna do it right.
Wow.
I
Because
love it.
the world's gonna shut down again, so we're gonna go all out. It is.
That's right.
What about
I
you
was going to
guys?
say
I
when
don't
you
know.
were like when you were saying like you got you went sort of extra this year going all out with more stuff. I'm like, you know what? Because you're like the kids are they're great kids and I was like also it's been 2 years of a pandemic, so like
Yeah.
I'm like
Go
give them
for it.
presents,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Keep-
yeah.
Keep
Yeah,
buying.
that's right.
Don't,
We're gonna
yeah.
be like, I don't know
That's-
if you saw the movie Krampus, but they're sort of like trapped in a snow globe that is Christmas all the time. And I'm like, just trap us in there.
Oh,
just
man.
just
Oh,
have it all
man.
be that all January long.
I don't
That's
feel
right.
I feel like we're in aside from Christmas cards, I think we're in okay shape. Right? You were wrapping I know you said you were like finishing up. We do have stuff left to wrap.
We have wrapped not a thing.
Yeah. We have
Zero
stuff left to
things.
but
You
you
got
know,
time.
we're taking the week. Nobody's coming until the 23rd. We've got 3 more days of peace and quiet here at the house. I've already
Who's
been
coming?
asked.
We're gonna fix the lights.
We're gonna fix the lights in town. I've already been asked by my mom to like start to have a think about where we can put your father so that he can smoke and not bother people. And I'm like, Mom, I don't have an answer for that.
How
Other
much
than
of a
like,
think
close
does
the
there need
front
to be
door.
for that question? Lots.
what's
of
that?
think? How much of a think
Oh.
do you need for that kind of a question?
Well,
The
so
dining room. The dining room's the
here's
only
the-
place we could put them.
but we can't.
By
Boy,
the window.
that's a
with
maybe
terrible
maybe
option.
yeah, so like the porch that we're on right now, the sun porch is my office now, right? And in years
Dad won't step
past
outside. Dad won't step outside. Oh,
Not when it's cold.
James.
Not when
Not
it's
when he chain
cold.
smokes.
Not when he
If he
can't,
chain
and he can't
smokes.
chain smoke outside. But in years past, we have put him out here and like cracked windows and
He
put
just
air
hotbox
filters,
himself.
and he just hot.
That's what he does.
This is all the holidays. This is the stuff our listeners are here for, right?
This is
We're an
so
hour and
great.
20 minutes in. This is the stuff you're here for. If you're still
Dirty
around,
laundry.
well,
Listen,
you
the
know,
holidays are messy. I don't care what
That's
Hallmark
right.
says.
families are
Yeah.
families. Yeah. So he previously, and usually like the second they leave, every window is open. Heat doesn't matter. Like I'm just cranking windows and I've got fans going in all directions.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, "Well, we'll just have to figure out, where to put fans and open windows and put filters." I was like, "Mom, it doesn't. It doesn't help. Like it's still gonna be." And it's just he's 77 at this. I've come to just this is what it is. My mom's like, "Well,
This is what it
maybe."
is.
She's always.
We're gonna have to open our window though because what happens
Yeah,
is
yeah,
I
yeah.
have trouble breathing.
That's right.
Because he chain smokes.
Oh,
I
suck it
that
up,
little
Kim.
thing.
I know.
Just suck it up.
We're asleep and he's on the couch and he thinks that we don't. It doesn't
I
bother
still
us.
said
but,
He's
like
like a
I said to
teenager.
my
He's
mom,
just
You
smoking a
don't breathe
cigarette.
in your sleep.
There was one year where he used an e-cigarette and it was like it made all the difference in the world. Like because there's no smoke. Like it's just. But then I don't know if it was
You
him
realize
or my
those suck?
mom. Well, I don't know if him or my mom saw some story from something that was like those things explode. And so he was like, "Well, I'm not using it. It explodes." So yeah. Anyway.
Oh God.
But I don't know. I feel like we are behind, not so far behind that I don't think we're not going to get caught up. I guess it's
Probably Monday.
yeah,
Yeah,
because you got to get caught up because Christmas is coming whether you want it to or not.
I knew that.
I
That's
really
true.
wanted to have our Christmas cards done by now, and so every year Kim
Jason
and I
did all the heavy lifting on this.
every year we do we don't buy cards, we design cards, and we try to find fun ways of like highlighting the year so that it's an entertaining arrival when people get it, and it just takes a little bit of time and thought to put those things together and then pull the photos and like
He'd text
stitch
me.
it
He'd
together.
text me and be like, "Hey, tonight, have a think about it." And I'd be like,
It was not-
"I'm
I
at
knew-
the end of the shoot. I can't form words
That's right.
now."
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
sent her the list
Ugh.
yesterday, and you
Yeah,
were
I was
like,
like,
"That's great."
Perfect.
So
Print.
I'm cobbling it together. So
Yeah,
we'll
it's
go.
surprising you guys don't have any time for yourselves, seeing that you decorate the entire effing town.
40 houses.
Guys
guys.
are decorating
40
making everyone else's
houses.
Christmas, and you guys go, "Oh yeah, what about us?"
And then take a 9-day work trip right before.
Yeah,
You
Kim was been
selfless
gone for 9
bastards.
days. Kim's been gone for 9. So
Wait, but okay, continue. Finish.
that's all.
Yeah.
I think we're behind, but not so far behind that I don't feel like we're gonna. I feel like a day or two will be okay. We are definitely tomorrow will be the first day of sort of really pulling back from work stuff. I have some stuff I have to get done in the morning, and then we will likely be pulled back from work and be focused on. I think we're going to see Spider-Man tomorrow night, guys. Have you guys seen Spider-Man?
Ooh, I have not seen Spider-Man, but I have been on
Social
I saw
media.
your
social
thing.
media.
To get all that, and you
It's on
vetted it,
Yeah.
TikTok
right?
for 6
Right.
seconds, and it's literally like, "Here's the twist," and it looks cool.
I'm
Looks
not,
cool.
I can assume certain things, and then I read a thing that was like everything you assume, even if you assume right, it's still going to blow your mind. So
Okay,
I'm okay with
cool.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's like reactions from the it's people just like bootlegging these certain moments in the movie that it's like people, it's like the Arsenio Hall show. Literally, people were whoop 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 whoop. People went
bananas.
crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
and granted, it was pretty damn cool. The things
Yeah.
that I were ruined for me, but I'm not really.
But you're
I
not really
haven't
in it.
seen. No,
Yeah.
we're talking
what-
Spider-Man. I'm gonna wake the kids up
that's
if
what,
that's what has to happen.
He's
That's
not talking Santa Claus.
the
he's
thing
talking
that I
Spider-Man.
think the surprise that I'm
That's
most
what they come up
I think the thing that most surprised me about the Spider-Man movie was that it broke
You didn't see it.
box office records.
Oh,
Like even pre-pandemic box office, it's already made $500 million.
Yeah,
Right,
good
we're
market
gonna have to
going
look
into
at
it.
We only go to the movies when there's no one there, so we're gonna have to check to see the short. To make
Guys.
sure that it's
Oh,
if it's
we
not
can't
empty yet,
check.
we have to wait.
We can't check.
They don't do it ahead.
No.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to see because I've been around too many people recently.
Guys,
Anyway.
we only go to
Wait,
see
wait,
movies when there's 4 people there.
Back to baked goods.
yeah, I want to see what you guys are baking.
Oh, what am I? Yeah, I'm probably having. My mom makes a very specific cake at the holidays, and that's probably the baked good I'm having for sure. It's like a cinnamon. What do you call it? It's a bundt cake of some sort.
It's a bundt cake with like a cinnamon pecan streusel
Yeah,
that
it's a
goes throughout
delicious
it.
cake. It's so good.
Yeah.
And I will eat all of
Sounds
it
good.
and not feel bad.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
What about you guys?
Baked good?
Oh, I haven't answered Christmas yet either, I guess.
No.
I should. Yeah, I don't feel ready. How do I put it? This is real sad. I don't feel ready in my heart, you guys. Like
I've heard that from people.
I don't feel anything right now. It's
You're not in
just
the
so
spirit.
I don't feel my feelings right now. Like I have been pushing so hard for so long. And like literally I got off the plane, I ate road nachos, I watched this episode. Here I am. Like
You'll be feeling those nachos later.
I
That's what
haven't
you'll be feeling.
Kim, you know what? Kim, you know what might help your feelings? Remember a few
Shout
weeks
outs of the
back-
week.
I was totally just about to play that.
Well, this correlates with a regular occurrence on our show. A few weeks ago, when you asked the question of like what is the worst gift that you've ever received for the holidays?
Did you get something?
Betty, I actually put it within arm's reach just so I could show you guys this at some point.
You think that's a bad?
No, I don't think it's bad. I think it's just so out of like left field.
I think it's creative and cool.
Personalized pencils, 10-year-old, 11-year-old rubber band ball, 38-year-old,
Oh no. Oh no.
14-piece snowman kit. It's the hat and then 14 pieces, the nose, like multiple pieces of coal for buttons.
Here, put it in my face some more.
A
That's good.
scarf, a pipe. It's not even snowing.
Put it right up next to the microphone.
Wow.
It's just gonna be like Jen's like 38 years old, and then she was.
Wow.
I think
That's
it's awesome.
amazing.
I love that because look, if it snows and it's packed,
Yes.
that kind of snow, you would go.
We're
We're gonna
look-
find rock.
People are gonna see our snowman and be like, "Wow,
We're
they
gonna have
were-
some
they were
metro ass sexual
ready for this
snowman,
snowman."
just looking sharp as hell.
The pipe is the real. That's the real
Ah.
icing on the
Wow.
top.
We're gonna
for
light a real
sure.
pipe.
We're
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Why
I
not?
love it.
It just
Yeah.
melts, and I'm like,
It's
what
gonna be
happened?
Smoke coming
So
out.
Kim, when it
People
Little bit of-
snows, I'll take that
jelly
picture,
jealous.
even if it's February. I was gonna say 31st.
Whatever it is.
It will never be that. But even if it's February 25th and it finally snows,
Yeah.
we'll decorate our snowman and send you a picture.
Ah.
Yes, good. Do it.
JT, you
And
gotta
name
get Kim
it
in the spirit.
Kim
I know- Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's just because we've been pushing so hard. Like we've got the decorations up and I've got Hallmark playing in the background. It could be that I just haven't been able to relax at all.
I think that's it.
Could
You-
be- I've just got the blues,
Well, you also so
Omicron's
she had to.
coming,
She had to.
mansions of-
Yeah.
I don't
She
Oh,
had
know.
to-
Omicron's here, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to go away for 9 days. You've been working really hard.
Yeah.
And like right before the holidays, it's not a great time when you're trying to dial back.
we were trying to be in it.
We
well
were
before,
already
too.
Yeah, we
Like,
were already a little bit like
Yeah.
not in the spirit.
Yeah.
If you guys have an Amazon Alexa,
We don't.
she's gonna wake up. Well, put on some music. Just
Yep.
put on Christmas Jazz Trio.
Yeah.
Put that on. Let it just play in the background. Walk around the house with hot chocolate. You'll get in the mood.
That'll be playing
know
the whole
what? You
time
know
our
what?
five
True
story.
with the sausages.
I bought GT some Christmas vinyl last
It's
year,
true.
like Sinatra vinyl and Bing.
Oh.
You should put that on.
I thought you were with
See?
a vinyl
I should
suit
make
you bought me.
myself some
I thought I was-
boozy hot chocolate. Yeah.
Kim, do you have to do anything tomorrow? Can't you just like sleep forever?
I am
is-
going to sleep forever.
Yeah, Kim doesn't have
I've got a
anything to do.
couple things. I have a couple things I have to get done. There's that
I
part of you that like wants to get things done so you can turn your brain off. And I think tomorrow is the transition day.
I think
so.
I love that
I'm
idea
gonna
though.
fix some of the
We
lights
have
that I'm looking at. That I'm like,
Yeah, we have the stereo in the house that's like you open the top and put a
Oh,
it's got a record
nice.
player on the inside. We should totally do that tomorrow.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
We're gonna do that,
All right.
guys.
Kim, when you
Holidays
guys are
tomorrow.
when you guys are fixing lights on people's homes, do they like Are they like having dinner, like at the dinner table, and you're just hanging from their windowsill?
All the houses that we are fixing lights on are rentals on the park.
Yeah.
There's one house that is rented by a local resident, and he doesn't really care. Like we've already
Occasionally
talked
there
about.
are people like, but when we're fixing things, usually, I mean, at this point, it's like the garland that's on the boardwalk, and it's the wreaths, the batters and the wreaths keep dying, so we have to go up and. So, it's not very intrusive. Although tomorrow we have to replace the batteries on all the candles, and that will be going into all the houses for that. So that'll be a thing.
Well, we won't.
Well, someone will. Yeah.
We
Just
gotta
a
get those
broomstick to
batteries.
shove it under the
Figure it
door.
out.
Kim will
I'll
be
figure it out.
snoring at that moment.
Yeah, that's right.
Just
That's right.
dreaming a little Kimberly dream.
Did you guys tell us what baked good you're going to be eating?
Of course, mine is mince.
Oh,
pie.
you said
that's
you said the
cookies.
chocolate milk.
Slash
Chocolate
reindeer food.
cookies.
Slash reindeer food.
Slash
I
reindeer.
Although
love
this
it.
family actually should do legit like carrots, since there's a family of deers that come.
Yeah,
let's-
every single night.
Yeah, nothing
They
spreads
find
the
food back there regardless.
Christmas joy like a bunch of ticks in our backyard for the springtime. Come on, dear. Every time we open the freaking back window, there's like 6 deer, and there's like,
That
and
was
we
the-
have a
that
staring
was the most
contest.
Debbie Downer response to that beautiful deer family that comes and visits
Look,
us.
I waved at the deer the other day, and they all ran away. I don't like them anymore. They didn't like me.
At
I
this
don't like
point
them.
now, at this point now, it'll be like beautiful. There'll be like 6 of them back there. And we'll be like, Harper, come here. And she's like, what is it? The deer? Like, she's so disinterested.
The
at this
deer
point.
like live in our backyard,
Yes.
and there's bunnies, and it sounds wonderful, but
Can I show you guys our
Oh,
deer?
Yeah.
wow.
These
Look
are my
at
deer in
them.
place. We painted.
See, I'd be
them.
happy if I saw those in my backyard.
Look at those lights.
Yeah.
Look at those lights.
I know, that's
Yeah, the
amazing.
lights look pretty rad. That's our little
Really
Christmas.
rad.
So
You guys live in a Hallmark movie.
That's Chris.
That's true.
It's the perfect setup. Kim doesn't feel the holiday spirit,
Oh,
but
dang.
JT's
That's right,
determined to
I
build
need to-
her spirit up one light at a time.
I'm
This
the big
winter-
city kid who just came to the little town from Los Angeles, and I don't feel the holiday spirit. And you gotta
You come off the
gotta-
plane, you're eating nachos. You're like, "What is this Christmas crap?" And JT's like, "I just carved a reindeer," and you're like, "Get that
job.
crap out of here."
I guess
I've
I
seen
just gotta
17
figure out what our-
iterations
Come
of
for a
that
winter walk
movie
with
this
me.
year.
That's-
We'll
that's
pick
true.
some reeds.
Yeah. I got to
and,
figure out what our
Yeah.
our meet cute is tomorrow. Yeah. I love it. Anyway.
I'm into it.
All right.
I'm into it. Yeah,
Oh,
so
Lord.
JT's folks get here on
Thursday.
Thursday, and
Yeah,
so
it's Thursday.
Mhm.
Should have waited for the
Sorry,
podcast on Thursday. Get your dad on this.
We've just been in a smoke screen behind us.
Just
Yeah.
the whole time
Everything-
you just hear like
Just a little bit hazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys really stepped up the production values. No, we didn't.
Whoa, it's the ghost of cigarettes past.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
Is that old man Parliament?
Ah,
family?
well, all right. Kim texted me today. Sorry, I have to share this story. Kim texted me today to ask me if I got her mother a whiteboard. Like if I sent her mother a what? She's like, random question. Did you send my mom a whiteboard by any chance? And I was like, why in the world would I send your mother a whiteboard?
Listen.
Well, she's
this
clearly
is-
doing that homework hotline thing again, apparently.
there is a very clear logic here because JT, as part of our coaching, had decided that maybe he wanted a whiteboard.
I spoke about a whiteboard.
He spoke about getting a whiteboard for himself. You know, sometimes when you're on Amazon, for whatever reason, it's like, where do you want to send it? And it like chooses a random address from your address book. And maybe
That's
my
right.
mom was in his address book, and maybe I don't know,
It was just very funny.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, he should have gotten her a white charcuterie board.
Hey,
All right?
oh,
Hey,
callbacks.
Okay.
and
Bring it
adorned it
all the
with,
way
with
back.
unwrapped candy canes.
JT, what
it's
he
fair.
does when you go on these shoots in LA, he takes out whiteboards and he does imaginary coaching during halftime.
Mhm.
He draws up plays for the cats.
Yeah, it's true.
And then you
For
get
the
home
cat
and
in
eat
the
particular.
cats.
For the cats.
Extra sad.
The cats are just
yeah.
looking there.
Well, not to like look too far ahead, but have we determined what the first episode of spring
Oh,
is
God.
yet?
Oh god.
I feel like last year when we wrapped holiday, spring was like 2 weeks. Like we were like, "Oh, we'll see you guys in the spring," and then it was like,
Oh, right.
2
When
weeks
is it?
later. I don't know.
Well,
what to
it
look.
was because it was like March 1st or something, and I'm like, spring question mark?
Yeah, it was really
It was
early.
still
Anyway.
snowing, and all the challenges were like frolicking in.
Easter's just around that long ass corner.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
man. Well,
Oh,
we'll get there.
Yeah.
But
In
right
the
now, we're gonna
meantime,
soak
gonna-
up a little bit
we're
more
gonna
of the holiday.
bask in the glow of Adam's win. Congratulations, Adam!
Oh,
I'm so proud of
man.
you.
Yes,
We're
sir.
so proud of you.
Yeah.
And Jody
Congratulations
and
to all
Sabrina
these
And
people.
everybody.
Okay, that's
Everybody.
Right.
This was a
Everybody.
great finale.
Yeah.
Um,
Fantastic. Good
Yeah.
TV, you guys. Good TV.
yeah.
good stuff. Good editing. Good stuff.
Mhm.
Well, I
And
guess
you
we'll.
know what, guys? Good job
What?
to you too.
Hey, you too.
Aw.
All of
Hey,
you.
you too,
Yeah,
Jen.
you too.
You too, Chris. You
Yeah.
too, JT.
Hey,
We
good
did
job
it.
to anyone that joined us tonight. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Thanks for jumping in.
Yeah,
There's
Michael
some other
and
places you
Joanne.
can join us, right, JT?
Oh, for sure.
Oh.
You can join us on Facebook, right? Probably where you're watching at Fantasy
Right.
Baking Championship, or if you're listening later, that's where you can find us. You can find us on Instagram at Fantasy Baking Championship. You can find us on Twitter at Fantasy Baking. All of our old episodes are on fantasybakingchampionship.com. Did I say that right? Fantasybakingchampionship.com. Boy, it's getting late. It's like that didn't sound right coming out of my mouth.
Neither will when we listen back and we sound like Bigfoot.
We'll be like, no, we hear
We'll
it.
clean that
Oh.
up.
We can.
No. We'll just cut that section out.
Okay, or we.
But that was gold, JT.
Oh, Kim
gold, I
wants to keep
say.
it. We'll keep it.
We'll see.
I like. I
Uh,
think you should keep it.
That's going to be in my half.
Oh,
you guys.
second
I'll-
half.
I'll-
Yeah,
Anything
it's
to get her in the
Kim's
spirit, GT. Okay?
Anything, Jesus, she's desperate.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Man, well, I will say as we head into the holidays, I'm just grateful.
Fake it.
I'm just really grateful we're still doing this crazy thing.
Yeah.
You know, these 2 years have been so hard, and it's like a 2-hour period of time where I'm just smiling the whole time. Like
Yeah.
the endorphins, you
Yeah.
guys make me laugh so much.
It
You make
really-
me laugh in the moment, and then I listen back and I laugh again.
Oh
I
man.
definitely drove around San Diego giggling in my rental car listening to
Yeah.
you guys.
Well,
so
yeah.
yeah.
It's a good time. Who
Chris
knew when
will
we
hear me
started this?
laughing earlier. I was wrapping gifts. He's like, "What's so funny?" And I'm like, "Me." Stupid thing I said. So hilarious way you guys
I'll just hear.
respond.
I'll just hear her in the other room. She's like, I'm like, what was that?
Kim said that. I feel like it was last week because you couldn't edit last week and I was editing.
Yes.
And you're like, I was just in here, I can't remember what the conversation was, but I could not. I had to pause because I couldn't keep it together. I was like, this is so stupid. And I love it so much.
Spoiler
but,
alert! It's going to be that whole wrapping versus unwrapping the candy cane when you're editing this
It's
week.
true. It's true.
Last week for me it was victuals. The whole cover victuals, victuals.
Oh,
fiddles,
God.
victuals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Man. Well, we so appreciate obviously also all of our listeners. Thanks if you joined us tonight. We appreciate you
Yeah.
sticking with us. It's 11:49 p.m.
Woo.
It's
Hey,
gonna,
hey,
Nine?
hey.
go nights.
Oh, nuts.
Okay. Good night.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Kim, you know what would have gone great with those road nachos?
What's that?
A guacatini.
Oh,
Came to me.
Bake it till Guacatini made a final callback. God bless it.
It's just
God
hit me.
bless everyone. Everyone's passing it. Oh God,
Oh,
I
man.
want nachos now. Like seriously.
Okay.
Where can you get them?
Wait, we can.
Is the bell open? Ding.
I mean, look,
We
we
could
have
make
we have craft slices.
I mean, look, they'd be pretty like trailer
Tostitos,
park
okay, so
nachos,
choose
but
your
it's
own
okay.
adventure, my
I'll eat them.
friend.
They're great.
Just throw them in a plate and head to your car. The road
Kraft
nachos.
cheese on
Look,
some
when we're-
potato chips.
When we're sitting in bed at midnight, I don't need fine dining. Just shove food into my fat
Yeah.
mouth.
It's
Well,
true.
on that note.
On that
that
note,
note.
On that note, well, stick around because we'll certainly be back at some point in the spring. Please do check our socials and keep an eye out. We'll let you know when we're doing that.
We've got some special episodes to drop.
Oh,
We have
yeah.
2 interviews.
and some
from
bakes.
last season.
and some
and
bakes.
some-
Oh,
we have. You
We're not
have-
going anywhere, y'all.
There are
We're
some
here
live
all the
bakes. I
time.
have some heckling to do.
it's true.
And all of the finalists from Halloween will be dropping those sometime in the next little bit.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We'll drop them in the next couple of weeks for
Soon.
sure. Yeah. Well, I guess that's it, guys.
Okay.
Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah and
holiday.
Happy Kwanzaa and Merry New Year, Happy New Year and
Festivus.
Festivus
especially.
for the rest of us.
The rest
All
of
the
us.
holidays.
Whatever you celebrate,
Happy holidays.
be safe, everyone. That's all.
Be safe.
That's
Yeah,
Be
for
right.
real.
safe,
Be
and we
safe
want
out
to
there,
see you
everybody.
again in the
Yeah.
springtime.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
All right, is that it?
Yeah.
Nothing left to do except
Fake
it till
you bake it.
Oh, and Dina jumped in to say Merry Christmas!
Merry
Merry
Christmas!
Christmas, Dina!
Guacatini!
Guacatini for
Guacatini!
Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.